guys. Where I'm coming from. And Dude, it's Guys and Dolls, guys. Nobody got it right. Guys and Dolls.
I said it.
Right. Miss Sophia, you was hell.
Oklahoma.
As long as you didn't say the wig. You know, a lot of people say the wig. Everything's a wig.
Baby. What
Is it okay if we go live here?
Oh, okay, yeah, everybody, all engines go.
we're live, Oliver.
Hi.
On YouTube.
Hi, YouTube.
I don't care what y'all say. That guy that edited that, he did an amazing job. I just want y'all to know that. He did an amazing job.
On South outside of YouTube.
I'll send it. Matter of fact, I'll send it to you.
Please.
I did.
Thank you. I sent them my songs, guys, and they were like, Oliver, you need to clean up your music. I was like, what? What do you mean? It was like, we cannot play this on the radio. I said, really? I don't know anything about this. Thank you for telling me. So now I know. It's either I start cursing less or I have two versions edited. And
No, you can't stop cursing, man.
no, I'm not going to stop cursing.
That's not you. That would be you.
Do I
You just
know?
have to accommodate everybody. Like when I go and do gigs at the church, I cannot
At
do
the
what I
church?
do in the
That's
club.
when she cusses the most. No.
Right.
I cannot host the pastor's anniversary and carry on like I do at the club. I can't say those foul things. I have to have an edited version of me to make all the coins. You don't want to be in circles that you can't make coins. Yes. Church money is
Which is your favorite, singing or rapping? Because you do both well.
That's such a hard. I enjoy rapping. No, I enjoy both. But singing came
So
naturally.
the question was, which do you enjoy more?
More.
oh,
Singing, actually. Singing. Singing came first and it came natural. Rapping was a skill I developed.
So I remember I saw one of your earlier videos. I was like, look at this baby. He is killing it. Didn't know who Oliver Twix was at the time. Had no
hello
idea.
Jeremy,
Had no
hello
idea. But
Kenneth,
you were really
hello
good at that.
Leonard,
When I
hello
hear you in
Jay
your
Williams,
off
hello
times,
Rochelle.
you sing everything, and that's
Hello
what singers do. We sing every damn
Hello,
thing. So that's
people,
why.
Mr.
Are you gonna do
Josh.
any
Hello,
projects with?
Nisha.
Yes, my upcoming music will have way more singing. There's one track that's all like only singing.
Okay. I want to see it. I want to see it. I want to see
And
it.
it's good R&B too.
Is it R&B or
R&B.
R&B? Okay.
Well, you know what? No, actually, it is more R&B for my generation, but I am singing on it. Like,
Okay.
I'm not hemming and hawing. Like,
Jay Williams said you're good at both.
I appreciate y'all. Thank
Yeah.
you. I'm going to start singing way more, though.
Yeah, because you can sing.
Because I'm going to start singing too. You're going to have some more competition because I'm getting ready to start
Can
singing.
I have you on the track, Miss Sophia?
Sure.
I would love if you opened up one of my songs. That'd be so amazing.
Cool. Let me know, honey. We can work out the financial part.
That's right, Miss Sophia.
Not doing
I know
anything
that's
free
right.
anymore.
Can't.
And then I want to have some shares. I want some of the rights.
Some of the royalties?
Of
We
course.
can work that out. I don't mind.
Love, love, love from the St. Louis. Hey.
Yeah, St. Louis.
Where are we? Fake Edmund.
What's Faith singing?
Me a new diva.
You want to get
Oh, yeah. YouTube will shut it down.
ding.
Not just for a little
Well, the
bit.
good thing now, well, you know, probably
You can
you're a
mute it.
creator. You can put it up, and they'll warn you,
Mhm.
and they'll say, okay, what do you want to do with this,
Mhm.
and they'll trim it.
Mm-hmm.
But you've lost while they're trimming.
Yeah, that's so much.
That's
Yeah,
200 or
I need
300
to go,
views.
'cause I
That's
didn't get my,
so much
my
work.
I fixed it. The last one, yesterday's.
I had about 4 of them. Let me see.
You had 4 dings.
No, I'm talking about my money.
Ooh.
Oh,
Monetized.
that aren't monetized.
Yeah.
Oh, I fixed it.
I love this song.
You get no love.
Uh-huh.
Weekend Parade. Pearl.
Ever you do. Even my emotions, you get no devotion.
The baby can sing, yeah.
Come back to you, be my friend.
Oh no. Come in, Faye.
Hey, Faith. Come sit chit chat with me, girl.
Now, if you're singing like that, I can't wait to hear the project.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, yeah.
You're so sweet.
Oh, we're coming up after this song. 3 minutes.
What are y'all doing up there? Look at my nail.
We're gonna break this
Baby,
time.
you are going through them now laters, baby. Like they the
They're
last
so
now laters.
good.
When we go to the break this time, I want you to read this outro.
Okay. After this next segment,
Yeah.
you listen to Club Chit Chat on We Are You Radio, the urban sound of pride.
Yeah. 2 minutes and 20 seconds to get fresh you're on.
But the guy that I came with to your thing, he was so sweet.
He was you made it. Well, I don't know if you were a couple at the time, but
No, we were just talking.
he seemed really nice, and he looked like he was one of those people that didn't mind being in the background. Like I'm
No.
with you, like I'm cool.
He was so sweet.
Excuse me, girl, I told you to give my pen.
Oh, I'm so sorry, I didn't get it earlier. Would you like the pink one or the blue one?
The purple. What's that paper? I said it's purple.
I know.
He texted me the other day. He was like, "So you're done, right?" I said, "Oh no, I don't want nobody's son bothering me right now." But he was nice. I should have waited. But you know what? I keep saying what I should have done, but I still wouldn't have learned these lessons that I've learned now, which are so much more important to me.
Exactly. We always think our paths should have gone another way, and then when we especially when we go through the issues or whatever we're going through, and we're like, I should have. No. This is what you should have done, because now you know what you don't want. Now you know what you don't require. Now you know what's not good for you. Now you know what is not good for your soul. You know what I mean? All these things. Because, honey,
1 minute.
when you get to be my young age, the stories you'll be able to tell.
But you're happily married.
I am now, but the stuff I had to go through to get to this.
Oh no, that was the end of the fuckboy era for me.
Right.
No, boys are done.
My fuckboy era went for a long
Oh no, it's done.
time. Long
If the
time.
boys come talk to me, they better come with the things.
Right.
'Cause I don't got no more time.
No time.
You
That's
no
where
love.
You get no love from me.
That's what you're
Only thing you get is a hug and an autograph.
You don't
See.
want the boys to come and talk to you. Now you want men.
Yeah, I want the men. Where the men at?
Right.
Where the men? Where the men?
The men with the big
The
hearts.
big brain.
With the big hearts.
Your big hearts. Yeah, there you
The
go.
big hearts and the big.
No, you're looking for the man with the big dick.
Yeah, I do like the big dicks. Small dicks hurt.
Oh my God.
They
God.
hurt. They're so uncomfortable.
Ladies and gentlemen, the views and opinions of our guests.
Small dicks hurt. I'm like, hey, you don't take that little.
All right.
Welcome back to Club Chit Chat, where we are the home of the urban sound of pride, baby. Yes, and we're also discovering during the break that small penises, what, Oliver?
They hurt.
Oh my God. You've had experience at
Yeah,
that?
experience is a good teacher.
Take
hurt.
someone like you to know.
Take someone like me to know. They hurt.
Oh, so you have it. If you want to talk to Oliver, honey, you gotta come with the Almighty Club.
The BLT
What's the BLT? What's the BLT?
is many stacked meats with bread and greenery,
Yeah, beat that bitch with a bat.
all the things.
Oh, but we were talking about your music.
Yes, ma'am.
You are all into music. You rap and you sing.
Yeah.
And George was asking you during the break, like, which would you like most? You know, your answer was
Singing. I like singing the most. Why are you looking at me like that, Miss Sophia? I feel like I'm doing something wrong.
no, no, because it's just like when you were growing up. What is it that you wanted to do? So you thought
I always knew I wanted to be a performer.
you did.
I always knew I wanted to be a performer. Always knew. I always knew that. So like growing up, I was always singing. I did music and theater. I took dance classes. I went to a music and theater middle school. And then for a little while, I was working in like freelance musical theater for children down in Fort Lauderdale. So I've always wanted to be a performer. I just didn't know how it was going to manifest itself when I became an adult. Because I knew I didn't want to do musical theater. Like I didn't want to do that. I wanted to do my own thing. I just didn't know what that own thing would be.
So now, all of your songs, of course, they're from life experiences.
Yes. Every single last one.
All of them.
All of them, yes.
So you said you wanted to sing, you wanted to be a performer, but growing up, who is somebody that you looked up to and you was like, oh my God, I wish I could do that?
Oh, you know the first person I ever looked up to was NSYNC when I was a child.
What?
Yes, on Nickelodeon. Like when we were kids on Nickelodeon, different music artists would come on and do different things. So you saw NSYNC, you saw the Backstreet Boys, you saw Janet Jackson, and I was like, oh my God, I want to do what they're doing. Like I remember when All For You came out, and my mom bought me a karaoke machine, and I was in the room trying to learn how to do the dances with my karaoke machine because I thought I wanted to be a dancer, but no, I ain't doing that. But they were the first people I saw. Then I saw Little Kim. I saw Little Kim, and I really
the old Little Kim or the new Little Kim?
This is like the 2000 Little Kim when she used to be like, you know, with the blonde hair. And I was like, I love her energy and her attitude and just like how confident she was. But the first artist I saw and I was like, okay, I can do it was Nicki Minaj. That was the first one. And then I found Azealia Banks, and I was like, okay, yeah, I can do this for real now.
Who is somebody that you want to work with in the industry?
Oh, I would love to work with Saucy Santana. I think that would be amazing.
I can make that happen.
Please do.
I will.
I would love to work with him. I would love to work with Monet Exchange, the drag queen from RuPaul's Drag Race.
I can make that happen.
Everyone says that we look alike.
Yes, y'all do.
Everyone says her and I look alike. Look at me, Sophie. She's like, what? Monet. I would love to work with Todrick Hall. Todrick Hall is another one too who I saw him in what he did and what he was able to create. And I was like, oh my God.
What he's still doing.
Yeah, he's so amazing. So talented. So
those
talented.
Videos, when Todrick put those heels on, do those videos, it's just like, oh my God. If he was back in the day when Michael Jackson and Janet Jackson were really high, he would have messed up the game.
He would have. He's so talented. And to see, just like me, you know, all of his ideas come from his brain and he manifested them and he worked on them and invested and, you know, seeing where he is now, telling other people what to do, like, you know, Beyonce and Taylor Swift and all the other stuff is very inspiring.
He's real good with like just opening up about his story and helping people and giving people advice and stuff. Yeah, he's an amazing
He invited me to his show one time.
He did?
I met him one time.
And what happened?
Nothing. Because if we were going to take this out of context, he DM'd me like one time. It was like, hey. And I was like, hi. And it was like small talk. He was like, well, I'm coming to Atlanta. Do you want to come to one of my shows? And granted, I had never followed him or commented on anything, but he just reached out. And so I was like, this isn't real. But sure enough, I had a ticket. I had a +1. I was sitting front row. I saw him after the show and at the club, and we took a picture. We chit-chatted for a little bit, and that was that.
No, it was something else.
No, there was nothing else.
He wanted something else, though.
No, I don't think so. Maybe
he
being nice.
He wanted something else. Honey.
He was being nice.
He was?
Yeah, he was just being nice.
So y'all never connected after that?
No, You know, he's happily married.
Yeah.
Nothing ever happened, I promise. I would tell you. You know I would tell you. I just went to the show.
You just went to the show. Okay. Listen, I met you at George's birthday party. And then before that, I met you with TS Madison.
I was about to say, Miss Sophia, don't come up and play me.
But now when I met you at TS Madison, it's just like Oliver Twist. And then you was going on the road with us when we was traveling doing the Queen Supreme Court. I didn't know you was a singer because, you know, you never, when we doing the TS Madison, the Queen Supreme Court, y'all were running around doing different stuff. Y'all be at the house, in the audience, and all that stuff. And so then it's just like when we got the flyer, they talk about opening up, it's Oliver Twist. I'm like, huh? They said, yeah, Oliver's a singer. I said, what? So how did you meet T.S. Madison?
I met T.S. Madison through Funky Dineva. And what happened was, there was a TV One premiere party at Boogaloo. And I had just started working for Funky Dineva like 2 to 3 months. This is back in 2016. Why are you laughing?
Oh, I'm going to tell you. Go ahead.
Why are you laughing?
Oh, I'm going to tell you.
Okay.
Go ahead.
But he took me to this event, and he told me that TS Madison was coming. And so when I arrived, I still have this video on my phone. And when I came, I was, of course, I'm young, so I'm not really talking to nobody, you know. Only speak when spoken to.
Uh-huh.
But she was sitting down, and I guess I just kept walking back and forth in front of her. I mean, everybody knows I have a big butt, and when I was younger and I was smaller, it was more pronounced. So she was like, "Who is you with all this ass keep walking in front of me? Come here." So I sat down on her lap, and I was like, "Oh my God, I just love you. I think you're so amazing." And she was like, "Yeah, hold my neck, baby, hold my neck, baby." And so I took a little video. I still got this video to this day. And then what happened was, she asked me in that moment, she's like, "So what you do? Tell me what you do." I said, "Well, I go to Morehouse for music. I'm studying the voice." She said, "So you write music, huh?" I said, "Yes, ma'am." She said, "Well, listen to this." So she said, "You know, me and Kaya just got together, and we about to do our first song together. I don't know nothing about writing music. Can you help me?" I said, "Sure, I can help you." So that first song that Kaya did, that Madison and Kaya did, can I curse?
Yeah.
The song Can't Fuck With Me.
Uh-huh.
I helped Madison write her verse. And I think Madison took it down from the channels now, but if you go back and listen to the song, you hear me doing all of Madison's ad-libs and some of Kaya's ad-libs. That was the only time I ever met Kaya. And years later, I was so disappointed at Kaya. I don't think I've ever said this before. I was so disappointed at Kaya because that night in the studio, there were men coming in and out.
Mm-hmm.
And I think they either clocked who TS was or something, and they just kept coming in and out, in and out, in and out, in and out.
Look.
Yes, and Kaya got up and went out there and cursed everybody out and said, "You would not disrespect her," and went and got all of Madison's money back and came back in with I guess whatever the money Madison paid for the studio and gave it back to her. She said, "It's okay. I got it for free." I gained so much respect from her from seeing that. And then, you know, years later, you know, it happened. But that's how I met TS Madison.
Yeah, and the reason I was laughing when you were telling the story because I was thinking about the time because I did not know that you were a fucking Neve's assistant at that time. And I was like, oh my God. And I gained a lot of respect for you because Funkin' Neve was doing a lot and going through a lot and dealing with a lot.
That's when he was
and
going through
then,
that Michelle thing.
oh my God.
I was there.
And you just like took care of him and covered for him and just did things for him. And I was like, oh my God. It's just like, and it was like me being on the outside and looking at you, and it's just like, bitch. I said, oh my God. I said, whatever he's getting paid, he is worth every dime of it because, baby.
I have so many Funky Neve stories.
That was like your baby.
Yes, people would say, well, who's the adult? You or Oliver?
Oh my God, because it was just like, child, you had a child.
Mm-hmm.
That was your child. And you just like,
so
but the relationship that you had with Funkin' Neve and how you took care of him and just looked out for him and just made sure that he got to point A and point B. But baby, because you remember the night when we
was in the Bronx?
when we were in that Uber. Oh my God.
Yes.
She was just gone.
She was cursing you out so bad.
But not only that, she started messing with the driver. Started singing all these songs about her.
I have so many. But you know what? I have to thank him, and I will always credit him as being the person who opened me up to this world that I now live in. On top of that, he taught me so many different like life things that I just didn't know. Like simple stuff like what you do when you go to a bar, what you do when you go here, how you do this, how you network that. Like a lot of who I am today, I credit him for because I didn't know, and he really did take me underneath his wing and taught me so much. Like when you go inside of a restaurant, he'd be like, "Ollie Pooh, no, we're not sitting at the table, we sitting at the bar." And I was like, "Well, why are we sitting at the bar?" He said, "Well, if you want to meet people and you want people to meet you, you want to network, you sit at the bar. You don't sit at a table. That opens you up for people to come talk to you. You order this type of drink at this, like just little stuff, like little nuggets." And yeah, I love him. I love him so much. Because
a lot of people see the Funkin' Neve and they see the YouTube shows and stuff that she put up, and they think that that's her, and it's just like no, that person is so much more because you know when we go out of town to the Queen Supreme Court, we out of town doing the Queen Supreme Court hunting, and we go and we sit down and we have lunch and have dinner and stuff, and that's when I get to see the real Funkin' Neve hunting. It's just like that child is so smart.
So smart.
So smart. And a lot of people think that, he's just, funny and, he puts stuff together. But you can tell the way he words stuff when he put it together for his YouTube channel and all of that, how you say, oh, this child got some knowledge. This ain't some, fly by the wind. This child know what he's talking about. But yeah. But I love Mr. Fucker That Neighbor.
Yeah, him and Madison are like they are my gay parents. Because even Madison too, Madison has taught me so much. Like so much. So much.
We're going to talk about that. That TS Madison experience.
Yeah!
Y'all had an experience.
We had an experience.
Like, oh my God. But I'm your girl, Miss Sophia, hold it down right here on We Are Your Radio. We're Your Radio. We are the home of the urban sounds of pride. And my very special guest.
Yes, this is Oliver Twist telling you, you're listening to Club Chit Chat on We Are You Radio, the urban sound of pride.
Awesome.
I'm finna move y'all over here.
Let me get these birthdays. Oh, my father's birthday.
The only thing about that, Oliver, is that camera is going to be blocking.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Your on-air camera. Now, if you like, you can put it here if that'll work for you.
Okay.
Oh, you need to charge it?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. There's a charging port here too. Right. If you put it there, then there's a charging port. But you can leave it there. I mean, whatever works. That's fine if you're comfortable there. Do you need a longer cord?
Yeah.
Is that iPhone?
Yes. Uh-huh.
Okay.
Oh wow.
No, I see the shot.
The iPhone connection.
It's the only real phone.
Ooh. Ooh. Thank you.
You have a block?
Mm-hmm.
You got one?
I'm just gonna take the cord out of that one and put it in this one. Funky Diva actually was the first person who showed me that you can be black and make a lot of money and not have to do the standard jobs. His friend group was full of black people who just do their own thing.
Wow.
He was the first one. That is my first contact with black entrepreneurs, successful entrepreneurs.
Wow. Yeah, I think a lot. If I had known what I know now, I think I would have been much further along in my career. But now, you have the access to see.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you don't have to do a 9 to 5. You have everything inside of you to create exactly what you need in a non-traditional way.
I remember when I used to be in college and I would get out of class and I would always, a part of my job, because to be quite honest, I didn't work for him. I mean, I did work for him, but I think I just was really like his friend that just, came around and helped him out and stuff like that. But I would text him and I'm like, where are you? He's like, oh, I'm at the bar.
His song right there.
Okay. This Lollipop. I'm like, where are you? He was like, I'm at the bar. I was like, on a Wednesday? He was like, oh, if you fabulous, you don't go out on the weekend. You go out during the day when everybody else is at work and everybody else that move and shake is out during the day. That's always stuck with me.
Those are nuggets I'm taking away from me right now.
But it's
makes sense.
It makes sense because if I go to I used to go to the 12 and you go to the bar, it's people out with their computers eating avocado and eggs and drinking wine, working on sitting stuff. Y'all gonna have to find me the day far in the future when they claim him. Y'all gonna have to come find me. Y'all gonna have to find me to make sure I'm okay.
Here we go. Who is that?
Oh my God.
Who is that?
Oh my God. Me.
Oh.
Me.
Who is that? Let me hear. I don't believe that was you. Let me hear.
Oh.
Let me hear.
Call me your highness, cause she come from my highest. Basic bunnies behind us, they better catch up like Heinz's. I want the fullest, the finest. My steel will touch it, the Midas. They step aside, not the sidest. The coldest Flowski's my sinus. I'm a Don Diddy Devo, pushing and whipping that Negro. With a coin trick in the clutch, that cat but a key go. Keep it tight, lick for you, bleed, bro. I'ma back it up in the gut. I'ma stack it up in the buck. All about the. I was finna curse. I don't want to get us.
Let me No, I was going to say about the curse. I was going to say, let me go on and stop you before they cut me off, because they'll say Oliver them sent me a ding on YouTube, honey, because I'm playing his music.
Somebody has told me that, and it's not me that does it.
But this is your girl, Miss Sophia, hold it down right here. We are your radio. We're your radio. We are the home of the urban sound of pride, baby. Yes, we are. And I'm sitting here with my very special guest, the one and only Oliver Twix. Yes, that Oliver Twix, the one that was on the TS Madison experience.
The edible one.
Oh, baby. That was an experience. Honey, when I saw you and Maddie, I said, oh my God, what is going on?
Why was everyone gagging when they saw me and her go back and forth?
Because I've been around you all for a century.
Uh-huh.
And you've been in shows in and out of town, shows at the house. I've never, ever, ever seen you and Maddie go back and forth like that. And I was just like, is this real or is this for TV?
Oh, no, that was real.
Is this real or is this for TV?
No, that was real.
Because I was looking, I said, you know what happened? I know what happened.
What happened?
That was the day Miss Mary didn't make no banana pudding.
Right. Right.
So what happened? I know you don't want to go back down that road. You
I guess I can talk about it. I mean, it was on national TV. You can go. So what happened was we were having a meeting post-COVID. And when COVID happened, in real life, all of us went our own way because, you know, the normal thing that we would do, which is the Queen Supreme Court, had to come to a halt because we normally bring people to the house, behind the scenes, everybody went their own way. And I was the only one who was kind of still with Madison. Like, I was still helping her with online content. And basically from the show, you hear me say, so the conversation was, Oliver, do I have to outsource because you have all these new clients? And what wasn't included on the show was me saying, me and her had already had this conversation before. And one thing about my mother, she's very territorial. She's very like, you know, you're with me. And so I explained to her, you know, when you're ready, when you and I get back up to work, I'll drop everything and I'll come. You know, I only got these people because we're not doing anything. Plus, there was a time where she was a little tardy with my payment. And then when I asked her about it, it was even more tardy. So instead of, which was my fault, instead of creating the boundary and saying, well, I'm not going to continue to work for you until you do X, Y, and Z, I didn't say anything and I just went and got more clients. So just so her and I wouldn't have that interaction and that banter. So when she brought it up in front of the group, in front of the cameras, I felt like she was trying to throw a dig at me, basically saying, well, you done got too busy for me because you done got all these people and you doing all this. And my response was, I only went and got these people because, you know, I still have bills to pay and you was a little tardy. And then she didn't want to hear me. And then, you know, and then she just kept poking at me and poking. That scene is way longer. Like, it's way longer.
I know. All the scenes are way longer. And then it's just like, when I saw that, I was like, oh my God, this is on television.
Everybody else was like, oh my God,
this is on television. And then I was sitting there and I was like, oh.
Were you entertained?
Yeah, but I was like, the number one question I wanted to know, because I'd never seen that, you know, from neither one of you guys. So I was like, you know, is this real? Is this for TV? Because I know now we're moving into TV, the world of reality TV, and then it's just like the TS Madison experience. So it's just like, is this something they done, you know, made up for the television?
Oh no, that was not made up.
But then, then afterwards, y'all do the after show. Y'all do the after. We went through all of that, and the after show, I was like, because you're like, Myrtle, do you want to do this? Myrtle, can we talk about this later? You're like, Myrtle, so then it's just like, bitch, what was so funny was when they were talking to you and you were saying nothing, and then Chris, I think all of it's frozen.
Because I was over it. I hate confrontation. I really do not like confrontation. But Madison has a way of just tap dancing, booty shaking on your last nerve. And it's like, okay, it's like, I didn't want to have to get you. Because me and her do go back and forth, but before it was always just between her and I. Mm-hmm. But, you know, with the show and the cameras rolling. So, yeah.
But now you all are better.
Oh, yeah.
You're better space.
Oh, yes. Because
you came back that following week, you came to the house. She started coming when she was coming over your house. Are we good?
Uh-huh.
We still good? Cause they like, you ain't been over here since. And then she came over your house and you fixed the food, the seafood. You say, I thought it. What was she saying about your seafood?
She ate it. You didn't see her stop chewing, did you? She kept on smacking. I love her so much. Like, I credit Funky Dineva for teaching me, like, the lifestyle of all of this. I credit her with teaching me the business of all this stuff. Like, she has really taught me what it means to be self-motivated, what it means to go after what you want, what it means to be resilient, what it means to be focused, what it means to be brave, what it means to tell people what it is that you want. I remember one time we were headed to New York City and someone wanted me to come host something, and I didn't think she was listening to me, but I was on the phone with the promoter and I was talking to them and I was telling them my price and all that, and she turned around, she said, hang up the phone right now. Hang up the phone. And so I hung up the phone. She said, you want me to stop?
No.
She said, you my daughter. Tell them people you want this, 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 and this. And don't let me ever hear you talking like this ever again. Call me back. And sure enough, as soon as I said this, and this, I've surely been getting it ever since then. So I love her. And plus she put me on TV. She put me on national TV.
Hold on, we're gonna talk about that in the next break.
Okay.
Oh, I'm your Miss Sophia, hold it down right here. We are your radio. We're your radio. We're the home of the urban sound of pride. And we're here with
Oliver Twix, the head nerd in charge.
yes. Come on, baby. Let's ride. Hey, Shannon. Shannon done walked in the building. Shannon Balenciaga. Oh, we got a lot of talking to do because I saw the show last night. Oh, it airs tonight, but they dropped it last night. Oh, Shannon, you got some slang in there. Oh, Shannon. Come on, let's ride.
When I tell you that Negro just worked that angle on his camera, y'all never knew I was moving around this room.
How are you?
I'm good, and yourself?
Good. Where's the rock?
She is on her way.
How are you, lovely love?
Oliver.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
I'm George. I'm sorry. I was trying to get back over here to the camera. It is nice to meet you.
Baby, thank you for coming.
Great interview for you.
Oh, thank you.
Seeing this art alive. Somebody gotta do it.
That's so respectful. So respectful.
Okay.
Those are your headphones, ma'am, right there. And you can
can.
adjust them using that knob that is adjacent to where you plugged in.
Oh.
So you can turn it up right there. You see it?
Oliver,
Yes, ma'am.
you're welcome to stay.
Am I being kicked out?
No, what I'm gonna do is we come up this last break, we're gonna close out.
Okay.
But you can tell everybody on social media and all that, how they can keep up with you and all that stuff.
Okay.
But then I'm gonna move you, if you wanna stay, I'm gonna move you over here
Okay.
and move Shannon and Raquel over there.
No, like I have a moment.
You said room
we can have
temperature.
that moment.
You said
I
cold.
know,
Okay.
But you can stay if you like.
No, I didn't have a bed. Took up an hour to let these babies out.
What have you been watching Legendary? I mean, you can participate in the
No,
I
he
have
said
not
he's
been
gonna
watching
binge watch it
Legendary.
'cause he
Don't
wants
do that.
to-
It's
Are you trying to binge watch at the end?
No, it's not that. It's because
And
I
he
want to
wants
do
to-
reaction videos to it.
Oh,
So, and I know if I watch it now, when I feel myself reacting to it, it won't be as genuine.
Genuine.
So I'm trying to find a little space on time where I can just start binge watching it and put it on my schedule. Are you on there?
I am.
Congratulations! What house are you a part of?
Let's see.
Come on! Okay, let me get excited. Congratulations!
Oh, I'm good. I'm on a diet.
They gonna gag
Baby, I got
when I
fat
be
and
on
fat
next
and
season.
fat on that show.
Down to the legendary.
Baby, already COVID.
Yeah,
Did
well, Shannon.
35
Tell
more.
everyone hello.
Thank you. Oh, hi everyone.
We're all live.
Free the nipple.
Free the nipple.
Yeah, honey, I'm going to talk about that. Yes, ma'am. Ma'am.
Is your
I'm
house
gonna get
still
you the
on right now?
exclusive. Yes.
It is still on?
Yes, we'll get you the exclusive today
Oh,
about all the
The new
drama
show aired today.
that didn't get shown.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, if you can see over here.
We're on my YouTube. It stays on, so we're gonna be live the entire time you're here.
Okay.
So you don't get in any trouble. Not that Shannon
always
can get in
in
trouble.
pretty. You are pretty.
Beautiful.
Thank you. You've been sitting here with me a whole hour. You just not
Girl,
telling
here
me
she
I'm
go.
pretty. Girl, you been sitting here for a whole
Oh,
hour.
you're so pretty.
Put you out of here.
Oh, she is gorgeous.
Thank you.
Are
Let me get these
you
birthdays.
the house mother or are you just a
I'm
person? Come on, okay.
So Raquel's the founder, and then she passed the torch to me.
Raquel. Okay, see, I'm not. I'm not really. I won't say I'm not into it, but I'm not educated in like ballroom and stuff like that. My ex used to help me out with a lot of stuff. You see it. So he used to tell me about that stuff. But I do know the name Raquel.
Mhm.
She's coming.
Yeah.
Oh, I'd love to say hello. I may stay there.
That's who Sophia was talking about.
But
You
I'm
want me to put two and two
not putting
together?
two and two together.
Yeah.
I be so aloof sometimes.
Why don't we go ahead and make that
Okay.
that switch now? So, just in case she comes in while we're filming, my life won't be crazy.
In shambles.
Vera Raquel always loved
Always.
Miss Sophia, can you help me by placing that? Here she go. Mr. George, is there a garbage in here? I can put all my.
So right there on that side.
On my way out. Okay.
No, don't leave. I mean,
No, I'm not gonna leave.
I'm gonna have to
I'm
say
sorry, y'all.
what
Y'all
William
didn't-
say, radio, don't wait around for no one.
Right. All right. Now this is gonna be your camera, Miss Balenciaga.
This one.
What call you, Shannon? Miss Balenciaga,
Shannon's fine.
mother.
Shannon's fine.
All right. So you're gonna
I'm
scoot in just a little bit more and move your mic over, so y'all get to see behind the scenes and butt all in the camera. I apologize live.
I apologize.
One of my
Believe
favorites.
me, I do.
Believe me, I do. I apologize.
And if you want to stay plugged in, there's a plug right there.
Okay.
Ooh,
And Shannon, if you wanted to do your live, there's a stand right there if you wanted to put your phone on. Do a live. Excuse me. I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen. I'm just.
Oh no, they
adjusting.
know.
She said she in traffic 6 minutes.
6 minutes stuck in fresh you. Here you go, great sir.
Oh, perfect. Miss Sophia, are you on Jack?
Yes. Trying to get
Her name is Honeydew.
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 No, it's Do Honey.
Alright. Now one suggestion before you go live, don't block it.
Block out.
There you go. And then so Raquel will sit here on this side of you. So y'all will be sharing the camera, so y'all probably have to squeeze in just a little bit.
Okay.
That's okay.
Cool beans.
Thank you so much for being here. We sure appreciate you.
Thank you for having me.
And I'm excited because I'm all amped for watching the show today.
I'm out here in this world making sure that these kids get everything that they deserve.
And they need it. They deserve it.
Somebody has to champion for them.
That's
Yeah.
right.
Everything.
So now, ladies and gentlemen, if you don't watch the show, I'm just narrating while we're in
If you
between.
don't watch the show, shame on you.
But it is legendary on HBO Max. Yeah, can y'all see her now? Where am I finding her? There we go. On HBO Max, and the latest show dropped today. She is the mother of the house of Balenciaga. Balenciaga.
Oh, give me that bag. Those bags.
And they are on the show today. I won't give it away. So if you haven't seen it, a lot of you are probably waiting to after you get off of work to watch the latest show. But the latest show is some, yes, it's some free going on.
Spoiler alert.
The
Spoiler
same
alert.
House of Balenciaga that Mariah from Drag Race is a part of.
Yeah, it's
My
just
brain is
one.
Hey, everybody.
connected.
I wasn't paying attention to the screen. So I'm
Yeah,
sorry,
a lot of people
everybody.
have been saying that,
Hello,
but
hello,
yes,
hello.
that is
Please
The same
download
house.
the We Are You
It's the
Radio
history.
app.
Balenciaga has their hands in several different pots.
That's what's
Which,
up.
that's what a lot of people don't know about Ballroom, that it's so much talent
Mm-hmm.
and they never get that recognition.
Mm-hmm.
And so we're gonna take it in.
I know that's right. I know that's right. I'm just looking at you. You're just so pretty to me. Just so pretty to me.
Oh, thank you. Ah,
How's your day been going, Shannon?
I just started.
Yeah, I'm back when I walk the
I
ball.
had to, at 3 o'clock in the morning, have to watch it to make sure that I know what's going on. And then
How
How did they
talk to
edit
the
you?
Kid, yeah, you gotta talk to the kids to make sure that they're good. And then I got all these orders. I'm like, oh my God.
You're a working
So
lady.
I had to pull it together, run out the door. Thank God I live down the street because y'all would have been late like Raquel.
What category could I walk, y'all? What category could I walk?
What you like to do?
Huh?
What you like to do?
Foot and eyewear. That is a
That's a
category.
Is that a category?
Yeah.
What is
Wow.
But
Foot
not-
and eyewear.
Foot and eyewear?
You find very interesting avant-garde eyewear and footwear, and you just walk it. It doesn't matter what your outfit look like, what you look like. If your pieces are hot, you win.
For real?
I got urban streetwear. It's all different categories, and as time moves on, categories are entered in, some phase out. They change up things here and there. So they always like to make people inclusive into ballroom.
Yeah.
I've always wanted to go to one.
I've never
always been
been.
so
I am a
intrigued.
ballroom virgin. I was just saying this to Jason, who was here
Don't play the
yesterday.
monster.
Well,
Because I'll go to the ballroom
when the
and just want to
Balenciagas
start
give our
snatching
20th
everything.
anniversary next year.
I just want to go take everything.
Just adjusting the camera, ladies and gentlemen.
I'll get this
I know y'all getting dizzy and sick of me right now.
All
I
I know
just
is
want to
about
make sure it's
Bush
right.
Queen realness. I don't think I'm a Bush Queen.
We don't think so either.
Why y'all think you're Butch Queen?
Am I?
Well, the term Butch Queen is just for, it's supposed to be for a gay male.
Mm-hmm.
But all these terms are starting to become antiquated, but it's part of the ballroom terminology. So.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because this is so funny because we were talking about on the morning show. So I've heard of Butch Queen, and then there's Butch Queen Femme, and then there's Femme Queen.
Mm-hmm.
What is really the difference?
So it's Butch Queen, no matter if you're femme or you're masculine.
Okay.
Butch Queen is Butch Queen. Everybody's under the same umbrella. Femme Queens are anybody that is not cisgender.
Okay.
And that's how that works.
Oh.
That's not cisgender.
Mm-hmm.
I couldn't walk Femme Queen.
No.
Well,
Because
you know
have
what?
to-
You better
have to
teach.
you have to look like a woman. You have to have had hormones or surgery
In order to
in
walk
order to
Femme
walk Femme
Queen.
Queen. Mm-hmm.
Come on.
And then you have Butch Queen up in drags, which I think y'all know that's what Mariah will be. You're a Butch Queen,
But you're in.
but you can get in drags and you can walk that category.
So you can still walk whether you're in drag or.
Some people have, yes.
Oh wow!
Mhm.
Wow!
And they actually dominate it, but you got to be able to transform.
Wow! Wow! One of the categories last week, because we can't really talk about it this week as much as we want to, but we will. Last week when they were doing the heels,
Yes.
where the guys walked
Butch
in the
Queens,
heels.
sisters and misters.
All right, sisters and miss. Wow!
That's what it's called, because it's like you come out of being masculine and then you switch up, and it's all that's the original category in ballroom was called up in pumps,
Mm-hmm.
and that's what that they put on the TV show.
Y'all have
because
job
of-
application?
Right?
I'm gonna get to that. You have to. That was the as they say the gag part about ballroom is that it's a gay guy looking so straight, your mama wouldn't tell,
Mm-hmm.
and he can get out there and put on heels and walk the floor better than any woman can in those heels,
Wow.
and it'll gag you. So that's up in pumps. So
Now-
that's what they got that from.
As what you said earlier, I'm sorry, I'm that guy, and I ask all these questions. She's gonna punch me in the face in a minute, but don't worry about it. Just help me wipe up the blood. Do you think that terminology, looking at today's scope of non-binary, inclusive, all of this stuff, is kind of
Antiquated.
antiquated? Yeah.
I think that's something that a butch queen will have to answer, or a gay male, or whatever, how they choose to want to identify. I
Mhm.
can't answer for
Gotcha.
them.
Gotcha.
But what I think I can say is that I don't think the black gay males have a problem with it because they own their sexuality. And that's what a part of what I did on the show was I think the black people, especially the black gay community or trans whatever, they want to identify themselves with everybody, don't get the credit that they deserve. Because from a young age to adulthood, they've been out there doing them, not being celebrated, not being championed, none of those things. But you have your counterparts that get into the limelight and they are celebrated for something they've been doing all their lives. That they've been beat up, spit on, killed, and they don't get celebrated. So you expect us to celebrate them.
Yeah.
So I'm always torn with that part.
Interesting. We're gonna not give it away, but I see where you're at. I see where you are. Amazing. So how long have you been in the house?
I've been in the house since 2014, I think.
Wow. And the mother
And I've
already?
been over our mother since 2016.
Wow. So this is content for the people that ain't hearing it on the air. Okay. All right. So when you became a mother, is that a short amount of time to become a mother?
Well, I was an overall mother from another house. And I've been in the ballroom scene for a total of 16 years now.
Ah.
So I started back in 2005.
Okay.
And I'm from up north, the DMV area.
Okay.
And then I moved
Shout out to the
here.
DMV.
Thank you. Then I moved here to Atlanta in 2008.
Okay.
And Raquel is Atlanta. I'm coming into Raquel, Sasha, all these ladies' territory. But they have seen my body of work growing and growing and growing. And so I end up parting from my original family's house. And I was 007 and Raquel said, send somebody, go get her.
Oh, wow. What's 007?
007 is when you don't have a house name, that you're not affiliated with a house anymore.
Oh, okay.
So you're letting the ballroom scene know that I'm a free agent. Anybody, I'm accepting applications to anybody's house. If you want me, come see me.
Wow.
And that goes back into your question about applications. So when you are establishing ballroom, you become a 007. You really, that people, most of the time they will come to you and try to bring you to their house. But if you're new to a ballroom, somebody will bring you in and you will have to audition. And the house votes. And if you get in, you get in. If you don't, some people keep trying to get in or they'll go to another house. Me personally, I'm thinking that if I'm good and I want to be here, I'm gonna keep trying until they see it.
Dee Rodriguez say, I love Shannon.
Thank you, love you.
Very interesting. Yeah, but for this 20th anniversary, I have to be there. I want to be up front. I want to learn. I want to know. I want to know.
Try, I am ballroom.
Sophia M-F.
We're coming up after this song. 2 minutes. 30 seconds. All of us. All of the tricks.
Don't worry, baby.
Ain't no mountain high enough. Ain't no river wide enough.
Come on, you gotta skip this. You gotta rewrite it.
To keep me again from you, baby.
Oh yeah, rewrite it, baby. Rewrite it.
Oh, those wasn't the words?
Oh no, ma'am, not close.
That's what they said on American Idol. Make it your own. What my head said.
This is your, I'm sorry.
Look, he's got all this. Oh my God.
Oh, I'm so sorry. That's just a little.
George, look at all this.
It's just a lucky juice.
I got all this on my head.
Oh my
I'm so sorry.
1 minute, 30 seconds.
All right.
Jennifer Hudson heard me say that first. Then she started. And my love is alive.
Sing Miss Sophia.
That was a good little run.
Ooh, lollipop. That ain't no mountain high enough. Gotta have a big.
Has her Aretha Franklin movie come out yet?
The trailer just came out. It comes out in August.
Oh. I was like the last, 5 months now. It seemed like my whole life has been.
Because you've been in a vacuum. Yeah, right. Yeah.
Like, and we were quarantined. Like, no, it was like, lock.
That's what they said. That's what the other
30 seconds.
said.
And we're going to be live. Miss Balenciaga, 30 seconds. 9, 8.
Am I done this before?
No.
Oh.
No, you're not. Why don't you move over here?
Mr. George, come
Find
on.
a mic.
Oh, well, I was waiting. I didn't know when Raquel was going to come out. I was trying to be
Swing
prepared.
that mic. Shannon, get on this mic and get this mic to Olive.
Thank you.
Welcome back to Club Chit Chat with your DJ Miss Sophia right here. We are your radio. We're your radio. We are the home of the urban sound of pride. That was my girl Jennifer Hudson. Ain't no mountain high enough, baby. Well, let me just tell y'all, hon, I am sitting in the studio with royalty. I am sitting and I am sitting in the studio with royalty. It's all royalty, honey. Oliver Twix, of course. Oliver Twix is here, honey. Hi, Oliver.
Hey, Miss Sophia.
How are you?
I'm doing splendid.
And then all the way from the show Legendary, the overall mother is in the building from the house of Balenciaga, Shannon Balenciaga. Hi, Shannon.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm good, and yourself?
Just lovely, honey. Now that you're here, honey, I had to get the house of Balenciaga in here, baby, because y'all have been showing out these last couple of episodes. But really,
Have we?
y'all have been showing out since y'all hit the stage. Now I'm gonna say this, and I said it in front of Stasha, and I'm gonna say it in front of you. What I appreciate about you is you know that you are at a show, and every time that camera is on, you show up for work.
Yes, I do.
And that's what I be telling people, honey. Y'all go into a competition, y'all think the competition starts when the competition starts. No, the competition starts when you walk in the door.
Even at practice.
Even at practice and at rehearsal, the competition starts. And you and Miss Stasha, I don't know what's going on, but y'all, I'm looking at y'all, I said, and I told y'all, like I said, listen, I said, Shannon and Miss Stasha, they know. Every time they walk in that door, they needs to be looking like they came to win.
We seasoned chickens.
So how is it being just working on the show?
Oh my God, it was a lot of hard work and it's stressful. Because not only, a normal ballroom, you just worry about yourself. You have a whole house, but if you walk in a category, you just worry about yourself. This Legendary, you had, as a parent, you have to do everything.
Yes.
Music, wardrobe, makeup, hair, down to the set design, all of those things, and being at practice. So it's like a 24-hour job for me. That it was fun to see the kids. They are so talented.
Mm-hmm.
That, I think that was my best thing about being on the show.
And also, I've watched the episode from last night.
Mm-hmm.
Well, they released the episode. What time they released the episode?
They release at 3 a.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Yeah, so it's just like I've watched, and then it froze. And I'm gonna tell you, you froze my phone because you know where it froze.
Body.
Yes.
Was you shocked like Megan?
OMG. OMG. But Oliver's here. Oliver's still here. So Oliver, Oliver hasn't watched the show, and he said that he want to watch the show and he want to have reaction. You want to do reaction videos.
Yes, my YouTube channel, yes.
Yes, because he's so busy. He's so busy with American Next Top Model right now, so he don't have time to squeeze nothing in his schedule. He barely squeezed me in here, honey.
Can she stop, please?
Been trying to get him here for a lifetime.
That is
But
so
but tell everybody how they can keep up with you.
Oh yes, you can follow me on everything. He is Oliver Twix. That's TWIXT on Instagram, Twitter. You can go to the Oliver Twix YouTube channel where you can find all of your top model content, blogs, all the things and soon reaction videos to Legendary. I remember I've been telling y'all I was gonna do them. So now that I'm sitting in front of royalty now, I have to do it. You can find all that stuff. Or if you're lazy, you can go to www.olivertwix.com.
And although you haven't watched the show, is there a question that you want to ask Shannon?
Oh, you know, and I'm basing this off first season.
Okay.
How loud is the music in the studio? Is it loud?
It's very loud. So because you have to hit it, because a lot of the times we have voiceover, so you need to hit it. You'll see me doing that a lot this season. I had to do we did all the music you do. I did a lot of the voiceovers in the production, so you gotta hear it. It has to be on cue because they need to dub it over for the film.
Can I ask 2 more questions?
You can ask as
Okay.
much as you want.
Do you guys just do it one time?
Do we run it? Yeah, we run it one through on the actual performance day.
Mhm.
We practice. So how it goes is you have a practice. You practice up into, you have a dry block, then you have the next day you have a camera block.
Uh-huh.
You get to run it through 4 times.
Uh-huh.
On the actual performance day, when the judges are sitting there, once.
Just once.
So any mess ups, anything, that's what you see is what you get.
Okay, and then my next question is, because I've seen ballroom things, like ballroom videos on YouTube,
Mhm.
and I was watching Legendary the first season. I loved it, but I was like, ooh, I don't know if it's like the camera angles or the editing where I feel like I'm not getting the full experience. You being there, are you like content with like how they edit like you guys' performance? Like it showcases everything that you're actually doing?
No, I'm not in certain ways, but I'm happy in others. I think that you can never get the whole scope of things unless the camera's steady sitting there.
Yes,
Because you will
okay,
miss
yeah,
it like
uh-huh.
a real ball, like you see on YouTube and things. And the editing is wrong. And I think because you have people who are not used to what ballroom should be, to get the right person in the moment to amplify the performance.
Right. Okay. Okay. I can't wait to watch you guys.
Are you finished, Gail?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, back to Oprah. Now, Shannon, I have been watching. I have been watching the show from the beginning, and you made a statement about $17 million. The statement about the $17 million.
Agent,
I want you to just tell everybody about the $17 million.
you gotta talk about agent. Okay, so I come, now she wanna show up. Everybody walk her through the door.
Oh, the rock soccer, Raquel Balenciaga, Lord, late as usual, always late, honey. But come on,
Okay,
Shannon.
so 17 million. So I, unfortunately, I grew up in a time period in the 90s and things where we as black people, we didn't get to the top like we should.
Yeah, we were doing
And we
something.
had to do what we had to do.
Yes.
And so I had to make a choice. Either I can do this or I can do that.
Mhm.
With everything you make a choice, you got consequences and repercussions, or you got
Right.
you can, come up on. So my backstory, I started doing fraud. They didn't tell you in the TV program because they chopped it down. I started doing fraud when I was 10 years old. After church, I grew up in a very religious household. Every Saturday, 7 Adventist. And me and my girlfriend came home from church one Saturday evening, and this catalog, Spiegel. Y'all remember Spiegel?
Girl.
That people from back in the day?
Yeah.
That thick old catalog with all the electronics and things. I applied for credit and got a $100,000 credit line. And that was it's like a drug. I want to champion for our justice system to change and look at how they view fraudulent activity versus actual drug abuse. Because it's a drug, it's addictive. And I know so many people by being in Ballroom that it is an addiction for them. So fast forward to me going, everybody knew in my community, everybody, church, principal, teachers, everybody, I was just that type of person. I got out of high school and the feds came after me. They locked me up. I went to prison, and I guess I will say I didn't like certain aspects, but it's a blessing that I went there because I got in early to know that I didn't want to be there versus on the back end like a lot of people. But also it made me find my mother. My mother introduced me to Ballroom, and I got a nice circle of people from there that has been my backbone to be where I'm at today.
And see, Oliver and I was talking earlier, and Oliver said the same thing, and then it was just like, we go through experiences, and some things we don't want to go through, but some things God put us through because He's trying to teach us a lesson. And like you said, some people, they use that experience and it becomes a revolving door. They don't get the lesson. But you got that lesson, and you moved on from that, and now you're teaching people that, hey, you're going down the wrong path, but this is where you're going to end up. And I'm just saying, I'm not telling you what to do. You grown, you do what you want to do. But the whole thing about it is, Shannon said, when you said $17 million, I was like, $17 million? Then I said, Shannon said she went to prison, she did her time, but she hit that money. Because Shannon, every time y'all showed the house of Balenciaga, I said, oh, they're going to have 17 million. Some of that 17 million on that stage, girl. Girl, y'all, how do y'all come up with all these ideas? I mean, like, oh my God. Y'all be looking like money. Even when, and everybody talk about when you fall and when you fail. And I say, yes, she fell, but she fell down looking like money.
A queen always can fall, but she can get right on up.
How y'all?
That crown stayed up, didn't it?
Who come up with these ideas?
So actually so I started my own fashion line, and that was something I created the day that Meghan and Harry got married, Meghan Markle. And I wore it to a ball before, like 3 years ago. So when they called us about the show, they was like, for Grand March, you have to do everything yourself. Wardrobe, hair, and makeup. We will not do nothing. Get on the stage and perform. Even the choreography, everything. Music, bring it to us. So I don't dance. I like, kids, y'all, this is y'all job. Mother gonna go over here and dress y'all. and I'll do your makeup with hair and everything. We got it together. I came up with the looks. I'm like, black is always friendly and looks good on TV.
Mm-hmm.
And we made it happen. I loved it. I was shocked when we got out of quarantine for 2 weeks that we went straight into rehearsal and the kids started dancing the whole performance. I was like, but we just now, because I'm the only person in Atlanta, 1 in New York, 2 in New York, 1 in DC, and 1 in Detroit. None of us have been around each other for y'all to know that whole performance off the bat like that. It was amazing to me.
We're gonna take a break, but we're gonna come back with more with Shannon from the show Legendary on HBO Max, The House of Balenciaga, and also joining us, the Rockstar Raquel Balenciaga. Lord, she finally made it. She talked about she was in traffic, Shannon, but she came in here with some food. You wasn't in no traffic. You was trying to get something to chew.
Yeah, you had that.
Child.
You know you was.
She only likes, look, she only likes things with grease. and lots of heat.
Thank you, Oliver. Oliver, you don't have to leave, but you can stick around, honey. But yeah, because you may get some exclusive, honey, going on up in here, honey. But I have a whole lot of questions for Shadow. I saw the show from the latest, the one that's now.
Yes.
We have some talking to do.
We're gonna talk.
You have some explaining to do. It's some things went on this show that I thought I didn't know if I was watching Legendary or if they had some kind of way the
Am I listening to the first one?
internet had been interrupted, and all of a sudden I just started saying, "Girl, who done switched this channel?" Now I know I was watching Legendary.
Is HBO?
Somebody had put that show. Somebody had put it on. What is Uncle Cliff in there?
P-Valley.
Yeah, we had started watching P-Valley. But I'm your girl, Miss Sophia, holding it down right here. We are your radio. We are your radio. We are the home of the urban sound of pride. Raquel, pass me that sheet right there, honey. Yes, honey. We are the home of the urban sound of pride, honey. Come on, Oliver. Take us on up out of here.
Yes, this is Oliver Twixter, Nervoy Cutie, telling you you're listening to Club Chit Chat on We Are You Radio, the urban sound of pride.
After that, Lord, let your will be done. This is Ann Nesbitt. Lord, let your will be done.
Yeah.
Great job.
Miss
All right,
Sophia, thank you
just help
so
everybody get
much.
Some housekeeping.
Thank you.
I'm gonna go.
Thank
Take it.
you.
Is that okay? I don't know. People don't like to. You can move your truck right here.
We gotta get pictures for you, leave.
Well, yeah, there you go. Perfect.
How you want to take them?
No, you're going to be sharing this camera.
Oh, let me get
What you
Yes,
need, love?
yeah.
What
the
you need?
phone, take pictures.
I'm so sorry to reach over y'all.
These are headphones, right?
Michelle.
Yes. Yes.
Can you pass me that white cord right there? Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Turn the music down, baby. You're going to get hit on YouTube. All right.
Kale, hey Kale. What's going on? Girl, hey.
And can you switch that microphone back?
Oh, yes.
You're the best ever.
No, thank y'all so much.
I'm sorry.
I'm gonna be expecting you at a walk.
No, I'm gonna come. I'm gonna come. Let me follow you so I can know.
All right, let me see how we looking.
I got it.
You got it?
I went in everywhere. Enjoy to get our picture.
Oh, you get a picture of you?
So, let me
Your
get it
child
up.
said, look at the camera.
Come on, Miss Sophia. All
Oh.
this carrying.
That's the good. Oh, y'all should put a glass on.
Okay.
What time
ready?
you finish today?
6.
Oh, okay. You gonna get up out of here?
No, it's 4:30.
Oh, never mind. I'm sorry.
You ready?
Yeah.
You look like that. Okay. Oh, you want live?
All right, I got it.
Thank you, Miss Sophia.
Thank you.
These are mine.
Mr. George.
You want a
No,
picture?
thank you. Love you, love you, love you, love
You
you.
want a picture?
Yes, I do.
Come on.
And I need to use the restroom.
You go up.
Me too. I'm gonna follow you, actually.
Where's
Okay,
the
you
other,
want something to
where's
drink?
the
You
other
got a
stand for
drink?
Raquel?
I got some. I got cookies.
There's another stain in there somewhere. I don't get it. Let's get this picture. Thank you very much.
Oh, they're gonna lie right there.
That's George booty.
What you mean?
Honey, you can't tell if it's my booty or my stomach. They don't know what's wrong.
You can't.
This is it, Glenn. This is it, son. That's what you get. That's what you
Yeah,
get.
that's wrong.
All right.
It was so nice meeting you. You're so gorgeous.
Mm.
It was nice meeting you too.
Nice meeting you,
Nice
too.
meeting you. Miss Sophia,
Yeah, that's all
I'll check my
about.
check in the mail. Okay?
Pass me that. Let me get that to my
Oh,
cow. She'll be reading in
I'm
there.
gonna go to the bathroom. Okay.
Yeah, I'll walk to that.
I'm actually gonna follow you to the.
Hand me my mask. I don't have to punch somebody's face. Merci beaucoup, mademoiselle.
Crucifix,
Hi, Brittany.
Oh, oh. Y'all still got
Where's the
me.
meter jar?
Were you invited tonight, Sophia,
Somebody will.
to register?
We on YouTube live, so we live the whole time you here. It's a birthday party.
Thanks for letting me know, Sophia.
Yeah, we gave all those house rules early for everybody that was on
There was some
time.
time.
Yeah, for the late people, we had to do a late
I understand.
house rule.
I understand.
The birthday party, it's a birthday gathering.
Uh-huh.
Where's it gonna be? Wave?
Uh-uh.
Where?
Were we supposed to work on Wednesdays?
Come on.
Uh,
Oh.
You thought about it, didn't you? When you she showed me where it was.
Always late. Hey, there gotta go.
Okay.
So I hope you're enjoying this season.
I am, girl. You and Miss Tasha, honey.
Baby.
The
We had to
girls is like,
represent.
y'all bring it, honey, so it ain't like we showing favoritism. It's just like, see, I'm old school. And I be telling the folk, honey, listen. I be telling people, baby, listen. You just gotta be honest with people and let them know, baby, listen. Y'all look like y'all come to win. Y'all look like y'all come to win, and there ain't no showing no favoritism and all that. It's just that y'all, that's your friend, and da. It's like, no, these people, look at that woman. Every time that camera's on, her and Shannon sitting up there looking like money.
It'd be a difference if it's favoritism and you slacking,
Yeah,
but everybody is doing the work. It's sad that I don't look at it as competition. I didn't go in as a competition. I didn't even know that it was a whole dance show. That's the crazy part.
She went to the restaurant?
Uh-huh.
Why should I would have walked there, I didn't know.
But yeah, and it's just like, honey. And then I was looking at like the latest episode, and Miss Fella was sitting up there in that blonde hair, and I was like, oh my God. I said, what you looking at? And then it's just like, no, exactly. You work with her on Sundays, and y'all do the grind. They ain't got nothing to do with it, baby. You looking at the same thing I'm looking at.
Because we're our worst critics. We're gonna tell each other if we're wrong.
Hold on for the break.
Sorry, man.
Okay. After this song.
After this song,
One
or another
more
song.
song.
Are you up to date on Legendary?
Yes, honey. She ain't watched it.
She didn't watch it.
The show just they have one episode that came out today.
She up to date on Bigo.
Okay.
No. I have watched it, but I haven't. I didn't. I'm up to date, but I didn't watch it today.
You supposed to watch it before you go
Oh.
on radio.
But I'm sorry, Jess.
So,
Take her purse and put it in
I'm
that chair,
going
baby.
to, I'm gonna throw in,
Just say for that.
okay.
Put the purse on the floor. I don't like it.
Whatever you want to do. It's your,
You can do mine right there.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll do it right there.
Alright. There you go.
I forgot to tell Harold. Did I tell Harold about this?
Harold. I'll text. Well, no, I texted to Benita Joe. I don't know if
Hey everybody, if you're just tuning in, we're here in We Are You Studios with Shannon Balenciaga from Legendary and the wonderful rock and roll Balenciaga. in the studio anyway.
Hi,
so.
Jupiter.
The hyenas over there, Kel. That's who that is.
Hey, listen, hyenas.
Oh.
Let me readjust your camera.
Love you, people.
Yeah, your hair stay, you know.
I'm
Yeah, she has
this way.
The volume, your
Mhm.
volume button.
Yes, ma'am. I've been producing. I've been doing my job because I don't want to get fired.
I did it.
You're talking to Mike.
I don't want to get fired, y'all, because she will fire me, y'all.
With this good eye surgery, you can see everything. Good eye surgery, you can see everything right there.
Oh, you had the
She
I had the
did.
PRK.
Oh wow.
It's the best thing. I tell anybody, go get it done.
Well, how long does it last though?
I had it done 13 years now.
Wow.
It's mine's is done because they scrape the top of the cornea. So versus the LASIK where they did the laser and you have to go back and get touch-ups
Okay.
years down the road. I don't ever have to get touch-ups.
No, do you have to have certain? Do you have like if you have astigmatism? Does that?
I'm 20/20.
Oh.
Instantly when they do it, PRK is a little bit more painful than LASIK because they scraping it and once it only takes 2 minutes max to do both eyes. You go from being blind as a bat to being crystal clear 20/20 vision, but within 1 hour, you go blind for a whole week. And it's like grit and sand in your eyes. And you have to lay in the dark, be in the house. But after 7 days, your vision starts coming back. And you don't have a problem ever since. So,
Oh
it's the
Jesus.
best thing I'm telling you.
Oh,
Get your vacation.
You
get
always
it
the one
done.
who goes. She's always the one who goes through everything.
It's amazing.
But
I got
blind
several
for 7
girlfriends that went through
days?
it. For
So,
7 days.
I mean, so you literally cannot see
No, you're gonna be in the
anything.
dark because it feels like sand and grit in your eyes. So you're sensitive to light or anything. So you want to be in the house. I had, dark sunglasses inside, all the shades, lights off. I ain't even watch TV because you open your eyes and it's just painful. You try to open them, so you just sit there and lay in the bed and they give you Vicodin or whatever you want.
Oh, that's the part.
And
Okay, I'm good. We're there.
You knock it out all day long.
Yeah, I'm there for
For a
that.
week.
3 minutes.
7 days max.
Wow.
Diva McIntyre said, hey, Raquel.
Hi, Diva.
Wilson said,
What's going on?
baby mama Shannon ate on body last night. Hey, Coco said, hey, Raquel, mother.
Hey.
Shannon, your Insta is. I know it has something with the countess in
Yes,
it.
I
Raquel
am
don't play.
the
She is
countess.
gorgeous.
I
Raquel,
am
all right. We twins. What you mean? Raquel don't play. She gorgeous. We twins. We both gorgeous. Miss Sophia is pregnant again. Nobody told me that too. Child, Michael Vick keep me knocked up. I remember my first night at the Sleazy Queasy. Raquel gave an overperformance in a see-through bodysuit. Now she passed that on to Shannon.
Used to perform at the Queasy. Everybody did back in the day.
Raquel,
I've
what
never
is
been.
your Insta?
I've never been to the Queasy.
They make a great tea. Will
What
you
is
radio is
that?
going
It's
somewhere.
I know RAQUELL.
Hey,
I just want to make sure I'm. Yeah, RAQUELL_CUFFE.
Brother Lee say Balenciaga is my favorite house on Legendary. 1 minute 30 seconds.
CUF.
FEE.
I know these, but I don't know them by heart.
I
So,
got you.
all right. Put your name in.
Oh, look at the leader child. Hi,
Davita Joe.
it's before our time. Your child is showing you.
What?
And he said, the Sleazy Queasy is before our time.
Well, that's fine.
1 minute.
Keep living, darling. Keep living. Do not come for me while I'm on this live show. There's a lot of people listening, and Sophia got about 8 cameras in here. Keep it cute, Danita Joe. AKA Dante Balenciaga, AKA Dante Brown, AKA, shall I keep going? Okay.
He laughing. He said,
I know that's one of the close numero unos. Keep it cute, darling.
Didi, come back. Raquel is so classy. She never breaks character. Yes, she do, child. Stop that, Didi. Character.
Let me see if I can go live on Facebook.
10 seconds. Welcome back to Club Chit Chat with your DJ, Miss Sophia, right here on We Are Your Radio. We Are Your Radio. We are the home of the urban sound of pride, baby. You were listening to It's Like That. That was Mariah Carey featuring Batman Scoop. Hey. They are in the building, honey. The house of Balenciaga is in the building. The one and only, the rock sucker Raquel Balenciaga Lord, along with Shannon Balenciaga. Hey, ladies. How y'all doing?
I'm good.
Yeah, you good. You good. Come up. You can't hear? It's too loud? You can't hear me?
Not
Do the
in here.
headset? Adjust your... you say you had it?
No, I haven't.
Oh,
I
okay.
heard the music.
You heard the music?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you
I
good?
have the idea.
The rock sucker Raquel Balenciaga Lord and Shannon Balenciaga. Now we've been talking about the show. We really have been talking about the show, but now we're going to talk about the show. I'm enjoying the show. You enjoying the show?
I'm enjoying it.
And then one of the houses that came up here, they told us that y'all have 7 days to get ready for the next challenge. Is that
Yes,
correct?
it started off with 7, and then after so many balls go by, it gets down to 4.
Now last week the house of Balenciaga, y'all won the overall. So y'all got what they call it when you get to keep
Superior house.
Superior House. Now, and then, a lot of people, y'all haven't watched it. Released the new episode that's airing now. I really want to ask you a question.
I'm gonna ask.
I can't because I don't want to be the spoiler for a lot of people that have not.
You're not gonna spoil it.
Why?
I'm here to give it all today. They should have already watched it by this time. It's almost 5 p.m. Let's get into the juice.
The judging, because a lot of people that's been here, the house of Tishi, they came in here, and then the house of Garcon, they came in here, and then the house of Prodigy, they came in here. A lot of people have a problem with the inconsistency of the judging. What do you feel about the judging?
I can see their point, and I understand that. I'm just from a class that's somebody's opinion.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not a reflection of who I am and what I brought. And I think if you watch the show today, I specifically said that when the judge told me that we want to see you do more and not the same old. And I said I wanted to showcase my kids, and next week I'll give you something different. So I can't change their opinion, their view, and their score. It's just that. Only thing I can do is do better for myself on the floor.
Okay, now you and Raquel, y'all have a special connection because you are the overall mother of the house of Balenciaga, and that torch was passed to you by Raquel.
Yes.
So y'all want to talk about that a little bit?
Sure. Well, as you know, I think every house after a certain time, after they've been in existence for a while, you lay the groundwork, you do what needs to be done, and then you see people growing and maturing, and so you want to kind of continue to pass the legacy on to somebody else. And so Harold and I decided, because I decided after a while, I said, you know what, it's time for us to collectively, and we had some I guess you could say, what my mama used to say, some coming to Jesus meetings, because we wanted to make sure whoever represented the house as a whole entity.
Because y'all created the house of
Yes.
Balenciaga.
It was myself, Robert, which is Harold, my child Kitty, you remember Kitty,
Right.
Charles, who's now passed, and myself. We actually birthed the house. And so Harold was basically the visionary. Kitty was the one who was really in the trenches, and I was the one who kind of executed and made sure that all those things came together and were on point. As you said earlier, that the house is always together. And so I pay attention to detail as well as Shannon does. And that's something that I liked when when we were speaking about putting somebody in that position. I said, I've done all I can do in Ballroom. I've been, as far as I know, I've been, I did my part in my time when it was time for me to, do it or what have you. I said, we need to find somebody who we can put in that position who can actually be a good representation of not only the what we've embedded in them, but to take it on to the next level to the new generation. And so I'm not saying there's a disconnect, but we know seasons change, people continue to grow, and we have to find those people to sit in those seats and not hold on to those seats, because I hear a lot of people, as well as in the entertainment business as we all are, we hear a lot of people always talking about how they never get the chance to be able to spread their wings and do what it is that they want to do. And so I didn't want to be in that position, because I know what that position feels like, to not be able to have the opportunity. And so over time, I had to beg Harold to say, hey, all right, this is it. And so every once in a while, you know, they didn't take it serious at first. And you know how Harold can be. He didn't really take it serious at first. And I said, okay, well, only thing I'm gonna have to do is just show you.
Mm-hmm.
And so when I started to do a little bit less and become more behind the scenes, opposed to being in the forefront, because our house was already established after 10 to 15 years.
Mm-hmm.
We had already won the grand prizes. We was already recognized as a legendary house after that. And so I said, okay, now it's time for us to move to the next dimension. And so because we decided to move to the next dimension, which was being able to put somebody else in position, it took a while because
Well, just don't put anybody.
correct. And so there were some people who he wanted, and I says never.
Names, please.
Yeah, and there were times I would say, if you do it, I'm out of here.
Who are the people he wanted?
so-
You said never.
You know what? I don't even remember. And so, just over time, just being able to work cohesively together. And then we've also put people in place now. I tease with a lot of mine, but Dante, who's a board member, my daughter Ayana in Chicago, who is actually my child outside of Ballroom. So it's Dante, a board member, you know, and they're also mothers and fathers in their own regions where they reside. And so we wanted to make sure that we had, cross every T and dot every I. And I think we've done pretty good because we are the House of Champions. We are not created equally. And so much is given, much is required, and much is given also with reward. So.
Now listen, I know you were there from the very beginning when you created the house, and you talk about how many challenges you all faced when you were creating the house from the very beginning.
Yes.
And now that, fast forward to the House of Balenciaga, being on the show Legendary, not just being on the show Legendary, but you all are winning challenges and stuff. And then it's just like knowing how it was from the beginning and seeing the reward on Legendary. How does that make you feel?
It makes me feel good that we are now getting the notoriety that I think is well overdue and warranted.
Mm-hmm.
There's still some uphill challenges that I think that they need to face because, a lot of people, I'm a little bit detached from certain things, and I kind of do that on purpose because I like to protect my peace. And a lot of people don't understand that. But the other side to that, though, is that when I look at the show Legendary and I look at other shows, I'm always a person who likes to encompass everything, not just certain parts. And so a lot of people don't know that I was asked to do the show 3 years ago before it had even started. And my good Judy, daughter / Lawrence sister, had reached out to me and she was like, hey, the producer wants to talk to you. And when I actually talked to them, I didn't like how it was being presented and how we were being portrayed, I guess you could say.
Right.
And so it actually, to me, when they were trying to say, well, it's about ballroom and it's a competition and it's going to be this, and I says, but that's not ballroom. I said, it is a competition. I says, but this is actually just a dance contest. And I says, you're saying that y'all are going to make it like the Real Housewives of Atlanta or Beverly Hills. And I said, that's not ballroom. I says, whatever is presented on the floor that night, that's how it goes. And I says, if you want it to be true, authentic ballroom, and I said, that's where I come from. I said, you never know what's going to happen until you hit the floor. And, they were like saying, well, we got to do it for TV and da-da-da. I says, yes. I said, but if you have the people there in the audience, which I don't know if you've noticed this season, because of COVID, they don't have it.
Right.
So the adrenaline is a little bit different if you're trying to do something without the people chanting and hearing, because it's a different type of euphoria when you are at a ball and you have your family
house back
and
there.
they're saying Balenciaga or Garcon or Ebony and all that. It's a different type of feeling and vibe that you get versus if you're just in the room by yourself and it's just you and the camera. And that's it. And you're like, okay, we're gonna try to make this work, and so, but it's a different type of vibe that you get.
Right, Shannon. I know we've been talking about the show, and we really haven't been talking about the show, but it's a competition. It's a competition, and everybody that's been here, the House of Tisha, the House of Prodigy, the House of Garcon, everybody has taken swipes at different houses. So it's a friendly competition, I take, because all of you, although you're in different houses, oh, it's not? Oh, well, come on. Well, let me know what is going on. The competition is really serious.
It's like the competition is like real ballroom. Unfortunately, the ugly side of ballroom is that people don't know how to compete and still be nice at the end of the day. And some people might have said about me that I wasn't. No, I think it's, you can get stories mixed up. Somebody can view you one way, others can view you another way. And I just think that a lot of the houses, they was too stressed about the situation. Where I just went in it as, it's not a competition to me, I'm just doing what I normally do. I want to have fun, I'm here for my kids. And I've made sure that they stayed in line to that vision. Because Balenciaga's always going to everything with a plan. We don't talk negatively about anybody. You will not catch it. And we also, if we lose or win, we're going to have style and grace.
Do it gracefully.
Because at the end of the day, that's all you have. We have to leave this TV show and go back to ballroom with all of us. And that's what they have to realize. That, baby, this is the job. This is different. It's not real ballroom. So we have to play this together. We have to work together. And that's how I went into it. A lot of people didn't see that vision.
Spoiler alert, honey. I have to ask now. Go ahead, you have something?
Yeah, I was gonna say, and it's different too now, Sophia, because for those who don't know what original ballroom was, a lot of the people would leave all that on the floor, and then if they win, lose, or draw, they would go and eat dinner and stuff like in New York and the Pier. And so those were times that I saw that, and when I saw that, being a young, ballroom walker, which I'm retired now, I don't walk anymore, but those are things that I wanted to make sure that people pass down, because I think sometimes we get so excited in the moment and we forget the core values of, ballroom also was just like we have our families in the South. Ballroom was also cultivated to be able to have families to protect the children and stuff like that if parents kicked them out because they didn't understand their, sexual identity or their lifestyle or whatever that they were going through, their growing pains. And so it was the same way with ballroom. The only difference is that you were able to express who you were, but you had parental figures in your life who were still trying to tell you, okay, you still need to go to school. You can't go to no club or go to no ball until you graduate school. You know what I'm saying? And if they did go, they were up under your supervision, and you were not going to just let any and everybody, because they were young, new, hot face, or this, that, and other, like, oh, you cute, come in, get over here. And so a lot of people don't understand that now because we live in such a quick time. Yeah, it's a different time. I want what I want. It's all about me, myself, and I. There's no more we. It's no more collect. And so in that's why I said, when I saw that change, that's kind of how I was like, okay, it's time for somebody else to, fit the shoe. who can carry the torch?
Okay. Now, going into the competition. Now, y'all were supposed to know which houses were there competing, but they say that the list leaked out with all of the names. Well, they sent a list to y'all, and then they had all the names, and so y'all know the names because y'all know the different houses that these people are in. Yeah. So when you saw that list, honey, you say, oh, this is going to be our competition right here. I feel like this is going to be our competition. Who was on that list and you said, oh, we got to watch this? I
immediately forwarded that email out to everybody with that list.
They put the list out and you
because I was like, ooh, Stasha here. I said, ooh, okay, I got you. I already know what I got to do now. So it literally, I was going back and forth with people like, okay, this is what we need to do. Okay, I got this. I know this person know what they do. And that's in ballroom, that's what you're supposed to do. It's like any sport. You have to know your opponent, know what they're capable of and what they can do and what they can't do. But I think what this season of Legendary did, it has shocked people where you thought somebody can do something and they could do a whole lot more than you thought.
You in areas where you're not,
we're going to take a break, but my two biggest shocks were, I was shocked that the House of Chanel did not bring in like I thought they were going to bring in. And I was shocked that the new house, Tisha, is bringing it like they're bringing it. What Tisha is bringing to the stage, bringing to the stage. I felt like
they were cheated a little bit too.
I feel that way too.
I do.
I felt what Tisha is bringing to the stage, that's what I expected from the Chanels. Because of the history of Chanel. I was expecting that from them. And then I don't feel like they're going to let the Tishas win because they're a new house. And then they say, but last year the house won, they were a new house. I said, yeah, but they ain't going to get no trend. They ain't going to start no trend where all the new houses are going to be taking the trophies. And you all know who won.
But this is the crazy part. The Teachies are not, just because their name is new, they're not a new house. They come from the Royal House of Milan, which came from the House of Khan.
So basically, a lot of these houses have birthed other houses. Because we originally, myself and Harold were originally part of the Mughal. Shannon came from the House of Khan. So those are iconic houses that started back in the day, and then they started to flourish outside of that. So what Shannon is saying is very accurate. It's just that when you start a new house, it's not really recognized in ballroom culture as a legendary or iconic house until you,
Y'all have to win.
Well, not only that though, but you have to also stay in existence for over 10 to 15 years to be recognized that way. And then what happens is, and so it's kind of collectively after a while, they're like, oh yeah, they're iconic house, they're legendary houses. It's kind of the same way.
And what you were saying earlier, honey, it was just like, when they was asking you like 3 years ago to come aboard the show, and you was like, well, no, this is a dance competition. And I feel like there's no way around it because the House of Tishi is 5 dancers. They all have dance background. So how can you be in a dance competition with 5 dancers background?
Which have ballroom experience.
Oh my God! And then every time they hit that stage, and I make last night. Come on, last night
was amazing. And I didn't get to see that. I saw it just like the world saw it today. I didn't see it while I was there because every performance, I'm always getting dressed. I'm in hair and makeup, so I get to see nothing.
But then it's just like y'all won the challenge last week. And so then when I saw the House of Tisha last night, I was like, oh.
And won't that amazing?
Balenciaga gonna have some trouble.
Amazing.
I said the House of Garcon gonna have some trouble.
Stay tuned for next week. You thought this week was hot. Next week is gonna be hotter.
But so everybody that didn't watch the show, you better go and watch it because I'm telling you, the next break we come up, we talk about some stuff that happened on the latest episode of Legendary on HBO Max Thursdays at midnight. What time come on, Sharon? They drop it at 3 a.m.
It's at 3 a.m. Eastern Standard Time.
I'm here, Miss Sophia, hold it down right here. We are your radio, sitting in with my girls. You want to say your name? Raquel. Balenciaga. Lord. And you are
Balenciaga. Shannon Balenciaga, the overall mother. Legendary 2 on HBO Max.
Y'all, Sophia is crazy. When I tell y'all,
good break.
When I tell y'all, Sophia is crazy. Hey, everybody on Instagram.
That's her. Just that's her name, like Miss thing, and
She is crazy.
I
Hey,
just
crazy.
called his name.
Y'all see crazy Sophia?
Hola, child, sitting over here giving you Rihanna. Don't finna eat my chocolate. I ain't like Shannon. I ain't on no diet.
So we're gonna talk about this off the camera. All those people that came
We're
over
fine.
here. Oh, that's fine. They can read that. One thing I'm gonna be real.
Keep it.
What I could say in your face, I could say on the camera and behind your back, because I'm never going to say something that I can't own up to. I'm never going to be vicious or mean about something. If I don't like you, I don't like you. And I'm going to tell you I don't like you. I think in ballroom, the ugly side as well is the political side. And I have been a person who has gotten the butt in ballroom from that political side. Because I don't kiki with a lot of people. I don't make alliances with people. I go out there and just rest on the talent itself. And a lot of people don't do that. But I kept going when people have told me, "Girl, why are you still doing that? Why are you still doing it?" For some reason, there was a purpose in it that made me be there. And so they're coming into a playing field that they can't control. And it's something foreign to them. And so they're not understanding why they're getting what they're getting. But I'm like, if you take me off the show, I'm watching every episode. And I can even take it back to the first season. We supposed to have been on there. We didn't get cast because the team didn't mesh right. And they said they wanted me to come on with the right team so that, because they knew that I was a powerful person. And I respect that, but you should have told me a long time ago. But I watched the first episode, not fully through, and I didn't like it. I hated it. It was boring.
The first episode?
On the first season.
Oh.
Yeah, and I didn't watch it no more.
I tried to watch it, and I got 20 minutes into it.
I had to shut it
And
off.
so there are a lot of things I want to say, but I'm not going to say it. Because
Well,
there's a lot of things that I do
Talking
know,
about the
but I
political
don't
thing, and you can
say
just
it.
nod.
Well, hold
to
up,
some-
girl. Let me get her to say the thing she don't want to say. Here, Raquel. You want some tea? You want some tea?
I have my tea right here, Sophia. That looks a little bit too brown.
It got ice
So
in it.
Just no ice in it.
Oh,
Regular.
I'm trying to get her.
Look at.
Trying to get her to tell the things she don't want to say, honey. Shannon, you want some tea?
I don't drink.
You don't drink tea?
I don't drink tea at all. Ever. Never had a sip of it.
When you talked about the politics, and this is
Yeah,
something
we have some-
I'm on the outside looking at it. I don't know anything about ballroom,
Mm-hmm.
but one of the things looking at the judges, and I know there's a lot of controversy just about the judges, but when you hear their comments about the different performances, I'm like, yeah, well, okay, you nitpicked that over there, but then you didn't nitpick that over there, or you gave a 9 for this, but you gave a 6 for that. Make it make sense. And I feel like a lot, because of some of their affiliation, maybe they have their favorites or people they've seen or gotten attached to. I know they're supposed to be impartial, but I don't.
But it's never gonna be no.
Yeah,
No.
I don't
And
see
one
that.
of the things I've tried to always instill in my house per se, and my brother Harold, he's the, as I like to say, the big bad wolf. He's the one who's gonna rah. But I try to be more like the quiet storm.
Mhm.
And so I used to be when I would see the politics be overridden. And what I mean by that, when it was really, really heavy, I always would be fair. And I'm always fair. I've always been that. I've even chopped some of my own, and I says, no, you're coming.
She voted for me over her own house member for a $1,000
Yes,
category.
because
for winning.
I believe in being fair, and I know what that is, to make sure that if what you brought is grand prize worthy, then give them their just due, because I know what it is to be on both sides.
Mhm.
And so, in saying that, I don't like to play politics, but when a person plays politics,
You gotta play with
they
it.
get to see the other side of like, wow, that doesn't feel good. I says yes, and it does not feel good for me to have to do it, but I have to sometimes
Oh,
show
wow,
you
Coco.
respectfully in this space, because this is what you're really wanting at this moment. I'm like, no, it's not gonna go that way. It's gonna go right, And so, and I've always
Coco,
tried to
who won?
instill in those who I mentor, who I teach, to have self-worth. So
Mhm.
matter if you say that I don't look like I'm worthy to you tonight or tomorrow, whenever it is, I know deep down that I'm worthy.
Because that happened on this episode with I'm gonna confuse the houses, but the young boy, no, he was in your group on Balenciaga when they were giving
Yeah.
him the critique, and he
He
started
was crying,
crying,
yeah.
and I was like, no, baby.
not.
And you
I-
see, I was trying to tell him to turn around. I
I heard
trying
you.
to
I heard you.
Because I know TV. I'm live in Atlanta. I've been on every last one of these reality shows. I've
You
filmed
are
a
so
lot of
beautiful.
TV.
I'm gonna say that
I've
again.
worked on
Oh my God.
on TV,
Uh-huh.
So I
behind the
know
scenes
how
and
to
makeup,
do
so
it.
we see it all.
Yeah.
Yes, and I know how to run and be a character on TV. I know
Mhm.
what it requires. And so when I was like, you cannot be happy winning. And when you not getting the critique or you losing and you get upset,
Sad.
Mhm.
the world is going to trash you. You cannot do it.
Mhm.
You have to smile and hold your head up high and go fix
To
it.
take the good with the bad.
Yes.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
gotta take
That's,
the good with
but
the
that's a hard thing to do, especially when you're young, and especially when your self-worth is wrapped up in a thing.
Mhm.
And so that's really hard,
And
especially
it's
in
also
that
about
moment.
who you surround yourself
Yeah.
with, who's
Mhm.
giving you good counsel. Because if you're not surrounded by people who
Really,
is going to tell you
Coco?
the truth,
Mhm.
if you're just surrounded by
If
people
that's
who
the
are
case,
always
that's a
wanting to
shame.
just say, oh, you're sickening, oh, you're the T, and da 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 da, and then when life and reality really shows up, because the world is going to show you differently, it's
Right.
a culture shock.
Right. Yeah.
And so,
But you did what you had to do to get
And
come over
in
and
his
snap out of it.
defense-
Yeah.
In his defense, at that time, I didn't know that it was more than just a critique. It was a mental thing
Mhm.
where he has anxiety real bad. And so he felt like he messed up. So he blanked out in his head and he has blackouts.
oh wow.
And that
Oh.
Taraji is a spokesman for.
She picked it up.
And she picked it up instantly.
Uh-huh.
And I didn't
Hold your
know.
head up.
And I'm trying to hold him like, I don't know what's going on right now. And trying to still save face as for my house. And so I had to, after off the camera, I had to talk with him and an understanding ever since then, it's been fine.
Good.
So
Now,
thank God.
make sure we talk about Nipplegate, because we got to talk about Nipplegate.
No, everybody ain't seen it.
That's fine. They should have seen it by now. By the time this airs, and they should have seen it by now.
We
I'm gonna
ain't
ask
know.
y'all on
We
the air
Here
about
we
Nipplegate.
We live.
Yeah. It's gonna be some spoiler alerts if y'all listening now on live. Spoiler alerts in 3, 2, 1. So if y'all don't want to hear about the show, Y'all turn the live off right now.
I'm gonna have to ask him out.
Hey, Tricky.
I'm asking
Hey, everybody. How y'all doing? Fantasia, hey. Grandbaby Robert, hey.
All right.
Flame, hey.
Now, Raquel, this is what I want to ask.
Smiley, hey. Yes.
I don't know if you can answer it. If you can't, just shake your head.
Okay,
Or
Trent, hey.
you know how to do the politics. Do you think that this next season, because you know it's going to be renewed, that they will incorporate people actually from the ballroom as judges?
To be honest, I don't know. And the only reason why I say that is because I think they're more or less concerned with TV and ratings.
Mm-hmm.
And so there's a lot of things. I think sometimes the judges are coached, because I've been on reality TV behind the scenes and seen things. So I think they're coached in certain things.
What is it?
What to say and
Yeah, I'll get the,
what to say and what not to say, and possibly their voting. I think they're coached in those areas. And so ballroom is a little bit differently. You're actually sitting there with the pillars who are actually over houses. They actually sit in the seats of knowing that I know what it is for my babies to lose. I know what it is for my babies to actually win. It's different when it's what I like to call underground scripted. If you have somebody saying do it this way or do it this way, because it's not authentic. It takes away from the whole culture of what it actually is. And so what you might see on TV might be a totally different experience of you being in person. And so it's almost like it's almost like if you watch something online versus if you go to, I'll use this example. Like if you go to church on Sunday, you hear the choir in person, but if you see it online, it's a total different experience with you actually being there.
Right.
It's the same way, in a concert or whatever the case may be. I think it's the same way with that too, because balls are totally different from what we see on TV. And I don't know if they do, I don't know if y'all did a bunch of tapings or had to stop and redo things.
Not on the performance day, no. You
Okay.
got one chance, but you practice and rehearse the day before 4 times. So you get your video, you see what you need to do, camera blocking and stuff.
Right. And see, on reality, sometimes they do it over and over and over again. So they can pull certain pieces.
Wow.
So they can put them together, so they can say,
To make the reality.
This will make interesting for TV.
but what they do, they have a lot of camera setups, so they have different angles already, right?
Yeah. But it's still
But it's different if they can catch you. It's different if they can catch you and say, we're going to take this again. And this time I want
they
you
don't
to say it.
sometimes they didn't get certain stuff. And
But- No, what I was saying, but you said that earlier. It's like what Shannon said earlier was just like, although they have it from different angles, when they show certain things, it's just like, no, you should have showed the angle when such and such was doing this. That's what you should have showed.
Yeah.
So y'all not a part of the editing process.
And somebody should have been, because I would have it so much. We'll talk about that on the air, but it's so much that happened on this episode that didn't get put in that I think the audience needed to see. It's 2021, and we need to educate. We need to uplift, but sometimes things make other people look bad. And
1
not
minute.
Mm-hmm.
1 minute.
I'm already there. I'm already there.
George got that. We can't.
Yes, you
We just can't, Shannon.
Yes, you can. You
Raquel
have
got in
to.
trouble. She got in trouble back in the day for that. We cannot allow that.
Who got in trouble?
Raquel Lord.
Honey, that's why we used to go to the show, baby. If I done paid to get in here, if I don't see them, I want my money back. That's why I'm here.
What's the name of this song?
20 seconds.
Who sings the song,
It's called
baby?
20 seconds.
Who
It's
sings
called
the
20
song?
seconds.
Who sing this song?
She gonna say it in a minute.
Oh, that's Lynn.
I
And
like this
Gab.
song.
Yeah, you gotta listen to the station. We play some good shit.
It reminds you of Michael Jackson.
It don't sound like, but I like that.
Welcome back to Club Chit Chat with your DJ, Miss Sophia, right here. We are your radio. We're your radio. We are the home, the urban sound of pride. I am sitting in the studio with 2 beautiful Balenciaga ladies. Hey, ladies.
Hi.
The rock sucker Raquel Balenciaga, Lord, and also Shannon Balenciaga. You know, the funny thing about it is, I started watching Houston last night.
Woo.
And
Don't say that 'cause I
Houston,
haven't watched it yet.
I'm not gonna spoil it,
Don't
but
say
I
it.
just
I
say,
wanna see it. I wanna watch it.
I started watching Houston last night, and one of his fiercest competitors was Balenciaga.
Yes.
Ooh.
His inspiration. That was his inspiration.
Oh no, baby. It was just like,
He was like, but
you brought his name up, honey, and it was just like, oh. And Balenciaga wouldn't do it, and I am not gonna do it either.
Crystal Balenciaga was not to be played with back in the day.
Ooh, but we were talking about how the Legendary, the show, Legendary, it airs, and a lot of people have not watched it. But you know, we finished. Spoiler alert: if you haven't watched the show, then you need to tune off right now, because we have some house cleaning to do. Shannon, first of all, welcome to Club Chit Chat Happy Hour, everybody. Get your drink on, get the pills on, get the freak on, get your infused Rice Krispies on, get your edibles on. Everything is legal right here at Club Chit Chat during our happy hour. We're so honored to have here today during our happy hour, the one and only, the House of Balenciaga, with the Raquel Lord Balenciaga.
Mm-hmm.
Not Raquel Balenciaga Lord.
No.
So I've been saying it wrong all this time, and you just let me.
You say it right when we're working.
No, I say the Raquel Balenciaga Lord.
Oh, do you?
Mm-hmm. So it's supposed to be Lord then Balenciaga.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. And Shannon Balenciaga. Last night, this morning.
I'm back.
First of all, you all won the challenge last week. So y'all had 2 challenges this week. And then in the second challenge, it was going to be the body.
Yes.
And you, because y'all house won the challenge last week, you were able to eliminate somebody from walking body. And you said, I want to eliminate Tonka. Oh my God. Why Tonka?
Why Tonka?
Yeah.
Who would? I think a lot of people would have thought I would have eliminated
Sasha.
Sasha or my son or somebody. No.
No, I didn't think you would eliminate somebody from your house.
Let me. No, my son is in the house of McGlair.
Oh.
I'm competing against him.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm. And so I was getting dressed for the Candyland More challenge. What was that? The whatever challenge that was. The week before.
Mm-hmm.
And my tent was beside the producer's tent. And I'm getting dressed and I hear the TV, all I can hear, I couldn't see anything. The garçons went on before us. And I was hearing the judge's critique of him. And so mind you guys, you don't hear all the critiques that they say on air.
Mm-hmm.
They chop it down. And they were specifically trying to build his confidence.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm listening while I'm getting dressed. And I said, they're trying to build him because I know that the world might not think Tonka is a threat, but I know he can be a threat. And baby, and I didn't, at that point, I didn't know Tonka. I had never spoke to him, but moving about, because COVID, we couldn't be near each other. We couldn't talk to each other. We couldn't do any of those things. I would see Tonka walking through the hotel and I sit back, I'm quiet, I take note. I like him. And so I was like, baby, I know what they're doing. They're gonna try to get this child out here to slay mama, and she's not gonna do that because I can handle them other girls. And so that's why I eliminated Tonka to uplift, to boost his confidence, and show the world as well that no matter what your body size is, because at this point, even right now in the show, I wasn't at my best. I was overweight. I'm still overweight, trying to lose weight. So you gotta find the beauty in your flaws.
Come and go with me.
And so I saw that, and I wanted to be a part of helping somebody get to their next point in life.
Because when you did, you said, the House of Balenciaga has eliminated Tonka from the. I say Tonka, and then when I thought about it, and when you did it, I was like, oh. Because the judges have been building it up. Because last week his critique was, Tonka, I want you to just find yourself and bring your personality on the stage. Blah, blah, blah. And then
everybody else.
And then when he came out there last night, it was all about Tonka. It was all about Tonka. But you had
and he's playing that runway. You cannot not look at him and celebrate him. And I think that's what the beautiful part about me strategically in this competition, that I was able to look at something in a more human way than instead of trying to win and be nasty about it.
Right.
So it's
also,
not always about dancing to win a dance competition.
Also, George, I'm sure you feel the same way, and George. So we're gonna I'm gonna let you all have this discussion, and because last night the second challenge was body, yada yada, which you eliminated Tucker from, and then you walked body,
Yes.
and then the other houses they had male, and then Stasha walked body, you and Stasha,
Yes.
and then the male, and then there was an issue because the males are allowed to show their nipple,
Yes.
but it's an issue when you want
As
to
a
show
woman,
your
to show
nipple.
my nipples.
So how do you feel about that situation?
So, I'm a feminist at the end of the day. And I think if we are in a world in 2021 that we want to have equal rights all the way across the board, women should be able to do the same thing men should do. If you want to walk around with your chest out, by all means do that. And you should not be any type of way made to feel bad or feel like you couldn't be a part of something because of that. And I want it to be tasteful. I know what I do. If this is supposed to be real ballroom, this is what I've done, but I have to give it in context as well. So the challenge, the all house challenge, the previous week, the judges had stated that they know Honey, they know Shannon, y'all are the stars of the house. We want to see the other three because we don't know them yet. We put out Honey's sister passed away, so Honey left after that ball. I and Tail was like, okay, this is my chance to allow my three kids to shine,
Sure.
Cha-Cha, Jupiter, and Khalid. I'm gonna take a back seat and not be the focal point of the production. And unfortunately, they didn't like it. And a lot of things changed. The music changed. It wasn't this performance this week. It wasn't what we initially was trying to put on, but due to rules and regulations and all the Asian hates and stuff, they took a lot of our Asian influences away from out of our production. And a lot of people didn't know that. So by saying that, we got in the bottom. We was the lowest scoring house that night, which is fine. Mother gonna handle this, let me go off. And they had another outfit. I didn't like my outfit. It wasn't, I love Johnny to death, and this is nothing against anything. I'm just a control freak, and I do my own wardrobe. I'm a designer. And it's hard for me to allow somebody to get me ready, and I'm blindly going into it. And so I didn't feel it. And if I don't feel it, anybody can tell you in ballroom, I'm not gonna perform. And so I was like, I have to take the matters in my own hands because I'm not going out and let my house go out like this. So I went in the back, and the hair and makeup is in one big, huge room in the studio. And you can see me on the screen after we walked that I'm sitting there. I had took that black bodysuit off before I even got there. I changed. I wasn't going to do it. And they took out the editing where I was like, I don't want the world to see that Balenciaga has any type of bad sportsmanship. That's not it. But in real ballroom, it is a sense of hypeness of I need to win this. I need to go out there and just do it. And that's where I was at. And so that's why you seeing we were smiling because I'm like, okay, y'all, I gotta go do a job. I don't care about these cameras, but I'm not going home tonight. So I went back to the back and I literally stood in the middle of the room and dropped that dress and I said, paint me. I was butt naked. And everybody was like, ugh. But everybody jumped up immediately and started just throwing paint on me. It was just a big mess, paint everywhere, but it was so beautiful for a pop art challenge. And so I was like, I have my dress that I won $5,000 in real ballroom. Let me make my history from ballroom into TV history. And I was like, I'm gonna go out there just the same way as I did real ballroom. It's ballroom. So I get backstage and they tell me, no, you can't go out there naked. I was like, okay, put these nipple covers on. We go out there. I walked. Unfortunately, how they edited because I was nude. I didn't have any bottoms on. So they had to keep showing the same stuff over and over. So you really didn't see how much I cut up. I cut the fool because I was pissed. And I loved it because it was such a pure ballroom moment. And I had to, it wasn't the competition. I wasn't, get the competition, I had to prove a point to people who need to see this, what real ballroom is.
So you said, bump this TV show. Now y'all done pushed my button and I have to show y'all what I made of.
Yeah.
So and then, if I also hear you correctly, you said that the critiques. What you did this week was you took the critiques they gave
From
you
last
last week and
Mhm.
said, showcase the kids. So you decided to showcase the kids, and then they punished you for that. However, the House of Garcon took the critiques that the judges gave them and said, we need y'all to showcase Tonka, and they showcased Tonka this week,
Mhm.
and they gave them credit for that. So it's just like what we're talking about with the judge, the inconsistency.
But you see how, but I didn't blame it. I took it and I kept on moving. Leomi had said to me, Shannon, I don't want to keep seeing you doing the same stuff. And I said, well, I said, I'm showcasing my children, but next week I'll show you something different. And a lot of people, I don't dance, but I have done enough for me to showcase, to heighten. So that's how I go into every performance, is that I let the kids do their performance. I sit back, I be at every performance from start to finish, on time, more than you guys, because I'm a punctual person, Raquel.
Retired.
That I can sit there and watch. I'm a learner like that, and I can watch. And if they doing something, I'm like, okay, I can get up and I'll do it. And so a lot of the things that you see me do on the show come out of me just playing, and everybody like, wow, you pick that up. And we move on and we make the performance, and a lot of people don't understand how we have been able to go as far as we got in the competition, because we just enjoyed having fun with each other. We never took it serious to the point where I need to be negative to somebody to build us up. I will never do that. I will give props and kudos and everything, but I'm also going to be fair, because I sit back and look at a lot of their performance and I'm like, it was boring. It didn't have no entertainment factor. But then I can give credit where credit's due. Like last night, the Teachies and the Richies,
They did it.
fire performance.
Mm-hmm.
Way better than ours. But Mama came and did her job, what she's supposed to do to save her kids, okay? And bump all y'all bitches.
No, I know I'm not on, but I want to ask about the whole body art thing.
Mm-hmm.
They can hear me. Y'all can hear me. The whole body art thing. I want to ask about that because, first of all, it was the nipple controversy for me, and I know that in America, especially, women's breasts are overly sexualized. But you had men bare chests with their nipples
Black
showing.
women.
Especially black women. Thank you for saying that. So women's breasts nipples are sexualized, whereas those men were in nothing but underwear with their chest showing.
Yeah.
Thank you. And then you were able to be nude from the waist down. I want to talk about that, first of all, because if you can make Megan Thee Stallion cover her face, I was like, oh, it must be cute down there. But so how did that even come about, and how did that play out with the judges in the end?
So it came about because I didn't like my outfit and being at the bottom. So in ballroom, you gotta know you have to pull a stunt out of your hat,
Yeah, everyone's and
to make them know it.
True, authentic ballroom culture.
Yes, and that was a true ballroom stunt to do, because everybody can't do it. And they kept asking me, how are you so comfortable in your body?
At one time, at one point in time, we've all done it.
Not me, you and Shannon.
Oh, okay. She's
So
not
you-
foolproof. She's not foolproof. She's generic. It's okay, Sophia. You grew up one day, sis. See, she's not my authentic twin.
And so that you have to do those things to make sure that it's a competition at the end of the day still.
Right.
And I'm, as a leader, this is my ship. If I'm gonna go down fighting.
Mm-hmm.
And you're gonna see that with a lot of parents, they fought for their house. Why can't I fight for mine?
Mm-hmm.
And I think, unfortunately, in ballroom, it's become such a male-dominated thing that anytime a woman that is powerful and has a voice, they want to try to silence us. And I'm not the one. So.
And and then it's just like they told you can't do that. We can't do that. But then it's just like you did it, and they said you can't do it. And then it's just like you proved them wrong, because they told you couldn't do it, as though they couldn't air that, but they aired it. So they found a way to show what they told you couldn't do, because they know that was important to the show.
I stood my ground. I went out there originally, you could see, with the pasties on. And after I won the part that they edit, I made a political statement that was like, in 2021, you let these men come out on stage, and that was one of them was my son. You let them come out there with their nipples out, but you're gonna tell me to cover mine. And I pulled them out and I threw them on the ground, and that's where my whole T-shirt and stuff come from, free the nipples, because Megan gave me the slogan, where she was like, free the nipple. And it was just a whole empowering moment.
Because Megan and Taraji, they was living for it. They were living for it, honey. OMG.
They knew what it was given.
Oh,
Black Girl Magic.
You giving all the tea. You giving all the tea, honey. Well, we were supposed to do birthdays right here, but since you was giving out some exclusive behind the scene tea, we had to go on and run with that for the happy hour opening, honey. But coming back, we're gonna do the birthdays. But you, Nipplegate, what you think about Nipplegate?
I haven't seen it. This is the first.
No, I'm talking about not Ballroom. I'm talking about you done had your own. You've had your own issues with it. Come on.
Mine was a little bit different.
Okay, well tell us about it.
Mine was a little bit different. Mine incorporated a little fire.
The fire, and you done had both. The fire.
No, I just think when you're young, and when you are really in a place of expressing who you are, your talent, whatever way that is. Sometimes culture has sometimes culture. I'm a lot seasoned now, so I'm gonna choose my words choice. I'm not ashamed of anything that what I've done, but I'm in a different season in my life now, and so I think, like I said before, as I was going to saying what I said off air, is that it's hard for me to digest if somebody like a Naomi or something is telling one of mine, telling Shannon, well, we don't want to see this. We want to see something different. Well, me as a seasoned veteran in ballroom, I would challenge all those judges and say, well, I don't want to see no more voguing. You've got runway, you've got best dress, you got foot and eyewear, you've got face, you've got all these other different categories that have not been showcased, but every week is this. You know what I'm saying? And so all my kids know, and I think everybody pretty much know. If they have a voguing category, I'm like, all right, come on, Shannon, come judge. Dante, come judge. Somebody, because I'm not sitting there watching through all of that. And so I get life out of seeing new people hit the runway. And like Shannon said, it's not true, authentic ballroom. And so even though I sometimes have a way how sometimes people express it, I am in total agreement with people being able to express who they want to be, how they want to do it, and this, that, and other, because they have to live the repercussions behind it. And so for myself, I grew to a place because I didn't like how social media, or I didn't like how sometimes it was being portrayed when my incidents happened. And I was like, but that's not what happened. And so that was an eye opener for me. I said, well, you know what? I just won't give the control to somebody else to do that. And so in saying that, that's why I'm very, very careful about when we go into contracts, like when I called you yesterday. I'm not gonna say anything else, but I was very specific in, this is what, I don't want to say too much, but this is what we need. This is what we need, and this is what I need for to happen. Okay. And so they was like, you really, yeah, I'm gonna make sure, I'm very business when it comes to that side, because other stuff's gonna handle itself, because we've been working together for years. And so, and then, if it's going to be on TV, I want to make sure that it's portrayed in a light where we have the governing power. And so when I'm able to say, okay, here we go, ladies, here we go. And, and you say yes, and Stash and everybody else, well, yeah, we good. Okay, well, this is what we're going to do. Because I believe there's, as Shannon says, there's power in unity. And so, that's why I just try to make sure, and I'm at a point in my life, I'm like Shannon, because I think I used to tell her this and Lawrence, always remember we. Don't just remember just for I. Because when the phone calls come, you want somebody else to be like, hey, you such and such and such, you such and such, you know what I'm saying? And we all do that together, because if we don't, and
we don't only think about our house. We don't even think only about Balenciagas. We think about the whole community, period. And that's where
somebody else is strong, you say, no, they're really good for this part. Do this and this, that, and the other. And so I think if we had more of that, I think we progress a lot further. But as far as her being able to express what she's saying is right. Right is right and wrong is wrong. And if you're going to make it true, authentic ballroom, like I said in the beginning off the air, then let it true be authentic ballroom. Because I've had to do what she's done.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
We're going to take a break, and we're going to come back, and we're going to talk about, we're going to do the birthdays. Because usually when George is here, I don't get to do the birthdays. But now I'm saying that the Balenciagas are here. It don't look like I'm going to get to do the birthdays. But we're going to do the birthdays. And also, I need to get Jack Mizrahi in here, because I found out that Jack Mizrahi is a part of the behind the scenes and the executive producer of the show. So I need to get Zach. I need to get him in here because a whole lot of stuff that we have issues with, we have direct contact to somebody that can change all of that. Right, Shannon?
Some
And then you
way,
get his-
because we had a conversation. Well, I ain't gonna. Well, we had a
No,
conversation.
hold it.
Okay,
He still got shackles on him as well.
he does.
Um,
Because we had a
and that's-
conversation in
Well,
California.
so we need to introduce Jack to Mary so they can take them shackles off his feet so he can produce the show the way we want it to be produced. I'm your girl, Miss Sophia, hold it down. Right here on We Are Your Radio. We Are Your Radio. We are the home of the urban sound of pride. And I'm sitting here with the house of Balenciaga, two lovely ladies by the name of
Raquel, Lord Balenciaga, and my daughter, Shannon Balenciaga from Legendary Season 2 HBO.
Girl, she wanted to let you say your name, Shannon.
She was ready. She was ready. She was ready.
Now, here's a question. Don't know if you can answer it. Isn't Jamila?
She's an executive producer as well.
No, ma'am. No, ma'am.
But you know, her name was attached, and they talked about this last year in media. Her name is attached to it to get the show sold.
To get the show sold.
That's how that works.
Yeah.
And that's why they
It's
got
about
many
connection.
judges.
It's about connection.
But why she judging?
Because
That's
her show.
That's another chick.
Because they needed another a celebrity who out there to bring in
To bring in the
viewership.
viewers. Yeah. It's
That's
all
how
about
that
TV
works.
ratings.
Oh, I mean, I get it. I mean, working in radio, I mean, I get it, but politically, it doesn't read well. Politically, it doesn't
No,
read
it's
Well,
the
it
sad part.
doesn't.
Nowhere
Look
it's
at
gonna
how
ever be politically
Yeah,
read well.
because look at
Bringing
how
some underground.
look at how our community brings in mainstream, what they consider mainstream, pay them all those dollars. And so
For gay
that-
pride.
yeah, and so that's
Ain't
why
got- It ain't no gay bone in they body.
right, and so that's why
And they
I've
take your
always
gay
said,
money, though.
especially where I'm at now. I've told this to mine. We're not on there now.
right.
Now we are
Oh.
on live, and why Harold just said that? Remember, y'all live.
That's Harold. I got him, Harold. I promise you. I
We're
ain't
not
gonna
gonna say
let
that.
you.
Trust me,
I got
know.
y'all.
Well, I ain't gonna spoil. Look, I ain't gonna spill wine before it's time. Y'all will just see it. Just know we have some.
But Harold, watch it. Good looking Harold. So have my babies out there like that.
But it's
I just think once.
the whole my thing is that I wish that would be a little different. Like what I want, I'm telling everybody now. I want all the houses in Atlanta, because we're here in Atlanta, and the other people can join in that region. I want all of us to come together and have a viewing party.
Oh, that'd be
So we
great.
can be in live together. We all need to be in the room. We all need to hash out. You guys want to say, you need to be some clarity, because there's a lot of misconceptions out there. And I'm just not that person. I don't have a mean bone in my body until you make me.
Oh, well, you have
That's
a
the
mean
type
bone in
of-
your body.
That's
You
the,
gotta,
They
then
can
you got a
make
mean
you.
bone.
no,
dog.
but
You got a mean bone.
I don't got
dog.
no mean bone, but it's
No, you got a
make
mean
me.
bone
Then
in.
it grows in there. It grows, so it grows. It ain't there. So but yeah, I want that to change. Because I even told Sasha, baby, one thing about me, come to me and talk to me. You ain't gotta worry about going to the street. Come to me. It ain't going nowhere. I like to play. I like to be happy and peace and have peace. I leave all that crap out there. And a lot of times, a lot of people, everybody's in everybody's ear. They see this and seeing that, and they don't realize what you're saying is not true. It's a lot of controversy out there. It's not true, y'all. It's not.
You mean about the show?
About the
what's
show
happening
and
on
everything. And then people feeling some type of way at me and my house. And I'm like, y'all, it's not. I want to tell everything. It's not true.
And see,
Period.
I think too, like when things happen in the ball, like at balls, you're able to see right then and there. If a fight break out, a fight break out. If the girls are able to solve it right there in the spot, you see it and be like, oh, it ain't no beef. Because a lot of times it's the people who are around us.
That push,
So
yeah.
it's the sons, it's the brothers, it's the, you know what I'm saying?
It's the overall
fathers,
mothers.
You know what I'm saying? Well, no, because you don't really see, you really don't, I really don't see a lot of girls get into it. I see more or less the guys get into it. You know, because of the girls who they love.
The ladies get
Yeah.
into it.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm just messing.
And so-
But here's the thing, because we were talking about they always bring mainstream in to add viability to it. But there are so many mainstream of us
Now.
that they could. That's what I mean. During the second season.
But it's not, but I guess the thing is, it's not received in totality. And so, I don't know if y'all saw this, but Kelly put out it was sent to me, because like I said, I'm very protective of my space. I love everybody. But Kelly put out a video, and she was giving some I guess she was trying to spill the tea of a lot of things that actually happened on the show. Now, there were some valuable points that she made. Now, how it comes out and how it's displayed, I might have some grievances with. But she had some valid points in what she was saying. Now, I'm never a person to tear somebody down, to build my own self or people who I'm connected to up. But she had some valuable points in there because she said something and I was in total agreement. She says, when are we going to take the ownership of ours back versus handing it over? And so the problem comes in is when you have people who get the opportunity. That's why I say we have to focus on we versus I. Oh, I got the opportunity and this, that, and other, da, 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 da. But it's sometimes a double-edged sword because you got to make sure you got to have the representation. If you don't have the representation, you don't have the people in place who have their things together, then it's like, okay, well, nobody can walk this with me. And you've heard we can't take everybody with us.
Right.
You know, and so that's the other side. And so when you have other people on the other side who are saying, well, I'm not bitter because I wasn't chosen, I wasn't such and such and I wasn't chosen, you know, I could break that apart and say, you might be saying that, but I might have to question, because if you're not, then why is there so much, it feels like it's so much aggression and anger. You know what I'm saying? And so I can tell Shannon, I disagree with you, daughter, on that post on how you putting yourself out there. I said, but you got to live the repercussions. I'm going to still love her in that. She didn't hear me saying, girl, what the heck you, da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da, and this, that, it's a total different reception of how you're receiving something. And so if mainstream is looking like that, because everybody can build their own platform, they'll look at us as just, oh, them just some angry black, whatever. They gay and this, that, they just, you know, everything is about that. And so that's not all of who we are. And so, you know, I think sometimes that's the challenge, because sometimes people are wanting us to go further. And some of us like, no, that's not for me. Let them do that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And so I think that's, you know, that's part of something we all have to deal with from time to time. Because sometimes people want to push us out there and we're like, no, I'm good.
Right. Because we're so used to.
Yeah.
And then I think it is, you know, not wanting to be out there is just, I just want to be myself. And if I get out here, exactly.
Yes.
Exactly.
Because they will mess up your brand.
Exactly.
I want to be able to walk outside and not have to be like, hey, you such and such and such and such. And out of ignorance, somebody say something the wrong thing. And I could be with somebody, I could be with one of my sons, and they'll react and think later. And I'm like, baby, I ain't that strong now. I can't pull somebody off and this, that, and other, you know, versus when we were younger.
Right.
And so you're very protective in the places that you go, who you affiliate, you know, who you affiliate with, because you don't want to be in those places like, look, I didn't come here for that. I just came here to have a good time tonight. You know what I'm saying? And so in that, I think that's something that we have to observe. But she had a lot of
Oh, you got 3 dings on that one right there. That's Jennifer Lopez.
And I personally, that's why a lot of people you might have heard said I was a diva on set. I'm a diva because I know who I am. I'm a diva because I know what I want. I'm a diva because I've been through something. I have a story. And do not be jealous and envious of that because you haven't walked my path in life. I know how to deal with white people because I grew up with white people. I know how to deal with business because I've been in the business situations. And so those situations have led me to be able to handle these type of people. And they couldn't manage me like they managed you. And people they're a little upset over that. And I'm like, I was there to champion for everybody. And so, but they don't see that.
Here's a question. Now that you finished the show and you look back at things that transpired, was there something that maybe you would have done differently, or seeing how it's edited, maybe you would have said differently? And I know there's episodes you can't say about, but I mean, anything at all you would have done differently?
Nothing. I wouldn't have went on the show.
You what?
I wouldn't have did the show.
You wouldn't have did the show because of
after going through it, I wouldn't have done it.
And see, so wisdom. Let me say this, not to discredit her, because she had to go through that. Wisdom tells me, once I talk to a producer, and they come because they're saying, well, you're the founding mother and this, that, and other. Who would you get? And da 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 da. When you try to take that control away, I'm saying, no, I don't think this is a good fit for me. Number one, like I said, I want to protect my peace. Not only do I want to protect myself, but I also want to protect those who I'm connected to. Now, if somebody else wants that opportunity, you go ahead and let them do that. But the other side to that, though, is that she's actually validating something that I said, that's not going to be a good fit for me. Because not to say I have been in Ballroom longer than you have.
Because I think
But-
she would have did amazing on the show.
130.
And a lot of people would have been shocked. Because that's like with me, they were shocked that I could do some of the things that I do. But they don't know some of the stuff that she could do. And because that's what she did, she performed. And it would have been perfect. But who knows about all the other stuff that happens that you got to go through that you would like to
she
do.
wants to keep control, which is artistic control as well. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah, you would have been amazing because I've seen your dancing. I'm like, this heifer.
Hey, everybody.
Oh my God.
1 minute.
Hey.
1 minute, un momento.
My sister Sophia. Y'all see her? Y'all see her? Y'all see Sophia?
No COVID. I'm done vaccinated. I'm fully
She's
vaccinated.
crazy, y'all. I'm here with the daughter. She's
How am I crazy? Why everybody call me crazy?
From
I'm good
legendary.
crazy. I'm good crazy. I'm not gonna lie.
40 seconds.
I like to have fun. Life is too short. Laugh it off. But I wouldn't have done the 40 seconds.
10 seconds now. What is it? 10? 10 seconds?
Huh?
She was asking how many seconds to the break.
20 seconds.
I was like, I wouldn't do the show. I would not.
You have your sheet. You have your sheet to read.
I do. It says, what am I
Real
reading?
Club Chit Chat's half hour. The one by half hour.
Right here? Is it?
Mm-hmm.
The next one.
The
Okay.
intro.
Oh, hold on. Baby, I ain't cut us off. I didn't cut the music off, girl. I'm sitting up here talking to Raquel, honey. I ain't pushed the right button, honey. But I'm here. This is your girl, Miss Sophia. Hold it down right here on We Are Your Radio. We're your radio. We're the home of the urban sound of pride, baby. Yes, we are. Welcome to Club Chit Chat. Happy hour, everybody. Get your drink on, get your smoke on, get your pills on, get your freak on, get your edibles on, and get your infused the Rice Krispies on. Because here at Club Chit Chat, everything is legal during our happy hour. I'm sitting here with two beautiful ladies from the house of Balenciaga, Raquel Lord Balenciaga, and also Shanna Balenciaga. She is on the second season of the show Legendary on HBO Max. If you haven't seen the latest episode, go and check it out. It is out, baby. And baby, I'm just going to put it out there right now. My top three houses, the house of Balenciaga, the house of Garcon, and the house of Tisci. Now, if either one of those houses don't win, it's just a show. It's just a show, honey. And then one of my laughing hyenas in the chat room say, well, Mama, they had already leaked out who won this season. I said, really? Well, who won? And they told me who they said won. I said, now, if that is true, then whatever. But I have been saying I want to get, how many more episodes they have left?
That was 5. We got 5 more.
Is it 5 or 4? 5.
No, it's 10. It's 10 shows. So
I
it's,
know, but
oh,
I'm saying it's 5 more. 4 or 5.
There's 4 or 5. It's 10
4 or 5.
episodes. So whatever episode this is, this airing
It's number 5.
today.
There's 5 more then.
Okay,
There's 5 more.
so I want to get you, Shannon Balenciaga. I want to get you in here, and I want to bring Stasha Garcon in here, and I also want to bring Jason Prodigy in here. I want all three of y'all in here, and I want to do it like I want to do it like the next to the last episode or the last episode. I really don't want to do it the last episode because I feel like you all gonna have a big old shebang moodle, everybody gonna get together, what have you. So I want to do it like the 9th episode, the week of the 9th episode. I want to get you, Jason, and Stasha in here.
Okay.
So we can have a conversation about the show. Legendary. Yes. But now, Raquel, what, you want to say anything about the show, or you want to say anything about anything? But first of all, you say that. Are you fully vaccinated, Raquel?
I am fully vaccinated. I encourage everybody out there to go and get fully vaccinated. So the more you get vaccinated, the more you'll be able to help everybody else.
Okay.
If they don't want to get vaccinated.
Shannon, are you fully vaccinated?
I am.
Yes, honey.
I'm
George,
trying
are
to
you what's
Trying
that?
to travel.
So you try to travel.
Yes.
That's what I'm saying. Y'all
Yes, I need a
quarantined.
vacation too very soon.
Everybody need a vacation.
Ooh.
Everybody want a vacation. George is fully vaccinated. I'm fully vaccinated. And we have to do our birthdays. And this is happy hour. And what better way to celebrate happy hour is by having our birthday. Who want to do the birthdays? You or Shannon or both of y'all?
Whose birthday is it today?
Everybody that's on that list and so many more that are not on that list.
Right. Well, happy 75th birthday to Cher. We hope that you have many more blessings. And we got Busta Rhymes. Busta Rhymes is 49 today.
Yeah, he look older.
Okay,
He
Busta
look like-
Rhymes is 49. Tony Gwendolyn is 61 from Scandal. Y'all watch Scandal?
Yes, the president.
Yes, indeed. And then rapper Diamond is 33.
Mm-hmm. She
We
look
got-
older.
Does she?
She needs to slow down.
Okay, then we got Reggie Youngblood is 34. Amir Osborne is 23. Betty DeGeneres, 91 years young. Come on
Mhm.
here.
That's Ellen DeGeneres'
That's Ellen
mother.
DeGeneres' mama.
She's 91 years old.
Okay, she made it past her 70. God done
Mhm.
gave her a lot of blessings. And then we got Ronald Reagan is 63 today.
His son.
His son. Okay,
Yeah.
his son is
Yeah, because his
63.
daddy gone.
Yeah, I'm gonna say because he gone. Say no, this ain't no accurate, no accurate list. Sis. Then we got NBA Lewis Bullock, 45. NFL Marshawn Lattimore, he's 25. David Patterson is 67, and that's from where? Blind Government, New York. And then we got Frazier is 57, and we got journalist Craig Melvin,
Wait,
42 years
come
young.
back. David, what you say about David?
David Patterson is 67, Blind Government, New York. That's what it say on the paper.
No, he was the governor of New York, and everybody remember him because he's legally blind.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
See, she just told me to read it, y'all. But y'all know I was on the speech and debate team now. I know how to speak. I know how to speak very eloquently and very well. My verbiage is going to be on point. So she's laughing. So this is a setup. David Patterson, I didn't do it, darling. Sophia did it.
Oh, Shannon, when is your birthday?
March the 4th. I'm a Pisces.
Okay, Raquel, when is your birthday?
January 30th.
Okay, so Shannon, you said next week's episode is gonna be fire.
It's gonna be fire. It's the Moneyball Challenge.
The money ball. Oh, well, I already know who's gonna win that challenge. $17 million versus $17 million versus everybody else. Yeah. And I'm telling you, after Al, you gonna tell me where you hid that money, and you gonna leave me some
That
money.
was 20 years ago.
Girl, but you still got that money.
I don't got nothing. I'm
child,
broke.
please.
I
Every
am
time you
broke.
hit that
I
stage.
come to me. I am
Yeah,
broke.
yeah,
I don't have
Look, my
money.
grandmother
I
said
don't
a
know
lot.
that.
My grandmother said a lot don't care who tell it, just want to be told. Oh yeah, you played
I
your
can't go
time.
nowhere because I'm broke. Anybody
No,
want me to
ma'am.
go somewhere, you
Stop
gotta
speaking that
pay.
she not broke. We don't speak that over
Okay.
here. We don't speak that
Oh,
over
we
here.
don't
We are
say-
not
look,
broke. Our
You
money
say
is
you
just
broke.
in
You say broke, so
No,
then we
your
don't
money
ask you
just
for
in
that.
transition. You don't get life to that. We're not broke over here, baby. We good. Trust me, we good.
We rich in love and friends
All
and
right,
family.
yeah, we ain't never use that word broke. That's not in our vocabulary.
What we rich is,
Because broke don't
Shannon?
look good on me.
Shannon, what we
Not
rich
at all.
is?
Family, love.
Mm-mm.
And savings.
And investment.
So baby, you have now listen, they can't get you for double jeopardy,
We
honey.
good.
You done did your time. you done did your
Maybe
time.
I got found guilty.
I done, yes,
a wrap.
honey. But
It's
no
done.
ma'am. You
Baby.
did your time, baby.
But a lot of people don't know that it's been 20 years.
I don't
It took
care if
20
it's
years
been
to
20,
get
I
done
don't
with
care
that.
if
So
it's
it's
30,
more.
I don't care if it's been 40, you still got that
It
money.
wasn't worth it.
No,
It
I'm
wasn't.
just
The
messing.
government make your life a living hell. It's not worth it.
It is not.
It's so not worth it. But you know, as a child, you don't know. Nobody has ever been through that.
Mhm.
So I didn't have somebody to guide me.
Right.
That's why I made it a mission for myself, for my son and my other children, to not allow them to go down that same road. Some of them have, but I've been there to show them and guide them because I understand it, and I understood it at the time what you need to do, how to survive it.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of people don't know it's a survival mode that you gotta
Yes.
go through. And a lot of people don't make it.
Right.
I've seen them crack, don't make it.
But I hear you. But when we leave here today, I'm going to your bank with you, and they're gonna have to show me in your account. And, well, never mind, because I'm sure it's probably in Raquel's account. Somebody else. No, but I really appreciate you all coming in here today. I've been trying to get the rock socket Raquel Balenciaga in here, but I really want you and Stasha and Jason to come back on the 9th episode, the week of the 9th episode, because I just want to sit down and just talk. And I really want to get Jack in here too. Jack,
Yeah, that's who you need to get in here.
I'd like to get Jack in here, honey. But how do people keep in contact with you all?
I'm on Instagram at I am the Countess, or you can go to my website at shannonbalenciaga.com.
And you can reach me through Shannon Balenciaga if you need to reach me.
See that?
My
I know
daughter-
it. That's that connection to that money,
My daughter is
honey.
all accessible. If y'all need to see her, there she go. Okay. No, you can reach me at. You can either reach me at.
Bigo.
Okay, but since she wants to say I'm on Bigo.
Any media inquiries and things, we have a publicist and things. They'd be more than happy to take calls and anything. Please reach out to them.
Dante said, "Do that chat, Sophia." My son said, "Do that chat."
Listen,
That
I
chat.
need you to tell people how they keep in contact with you. And also, your son, I see your son did your hair yesterday. He's in town.
He did.
How long he gonna be here?
He left. He's actually online. He left last night because we have a engagement coming up, so I want to make sure that we're up to par. So I'm excited about it. You'll be able to announce that later, not today. But yes, he did my hair, and so you can reach me at Effortless Beauty Effortless Beauty by Raquel on Instagram. You can reach me at Raquel_Cuffy on Instagram. You can reach me at Raquel Cuffy on Facebook. Those are my social media handles.
Yes. I'm your girl, Miss Sophia. I've been holding it down right here. We are your radio. We're your radio. We're the home of the urban sound of pride. And we are in Happy Hour. I just want you to know that Happy Hour has been brought to you by iCode Academy. Now, you resolved to start a new career this year, but you haven't done it yet. How about iCode Academy can set you on a path to a life-changing education all our life from the comforts of wherever you are. In 9 months, you could become a certified medical coding expert and earn up to $60,000 a year. That's right, $60,000 a year. So why don't you call iCode Academy for more information at 866-553-2928. That's 866-553-2928. Or go to iCoachacademy.org. That's iCoach with an S, academy.org. I've enjoyed you ladies today. Our door is always open whenever you all want to come back.
What's that?
Because we're legendary.
Oh, but I want everybody to be blessed, be a blessing, but more importantly, always be yourself, because no one else could be you but you. They can only be a carbon copy of you, but a carbon copy is never better than the original. And you, my laughing hyenas, my madam mom, my beehive, my divas, my okras, my tinas, and my madam mom, and my tinas. My beautiful people and my flamettes are all originals, okay? I'm so glad we had this time together, Raquel, Shannon. And thank you, Oliver, just to sing a song or share a laugh or two and pour some outside tea that we don't see on the show Legendary. And before you ever know it, comes the time for us to show it. You can show your nipples in here, Shannon. Go ahead.
Go get that merch on ShannonBalenciaga.com.
Comes time for us to say
Goodbye.
Ta-ta.
Love you. Being Balenciaga.
I'm going right here. What? Do it. See, you want to do some last minute stuff, honey. I'm trying to get out of here because my leg is hurt.
Hey y'all online, what's going on?
on?
Thank y'all for coming
At the
in.
show.
Yes, right. Thank you, laughing hyenas.
Thank y'all for coming in, hanging out with
How
us
you get it?
today.
Give a shout out to all the kids that's on the show, Legendary, the House of Balenciaga.
I want to shout out to all my babies, my little kittens, Jupiter Balenciaga, Cha-Cha
Juju.
Balenciaga,
Cha-cha.
Kalik Balenciaga, and our
Thank you.
dear little honey pot, my little
Honey.
hitter.
Okay. Honey's a little firecracker.
Yes, oh my God, I so love.
Honey is a firecracker.
Let me push this element. If this don't play right, we fighting. Because this had already started playing. The commercial had already started playing. So I stopped it down here. So when I push this already synced.
Thank y'all for the love. Thank
You're
you,
welcome. Anytime, Miss
I love
Raquel.
y'all. I was talking to my followers.
I
on
was talking to you,
Instagram.
so now we have an understanding who's talking to who. Twin!
You're not foolproof, sis. We've already discussed that.
You right. Legendary. Can I see Raquel Balenciaga? Lord, can I see Mother Shannon bringing face?
Is Dante
Mother
here?
Shannon Bringing waist. Can I see
Bring it what?
Bring it weight.
waist?
Oh, bring it weight.
Waist, like
Waist.
waist. Wanna be is the icon.
Tens across the board. Step to the side, Raquel. Shannon, I'm sorry, my dear.
You know, one question the next time that I would love to hear other people's answer to.
What?
Hold on, Shannon has a question. Yes, Miss Shannon.
How do you feel about contestants being on there or their viewpoint, from their vantage point? They never had ballroom experience, but they have dance experience. But then somebody like moi, who don't have dance experience, but have ballroom experience, and to know how to maneuver and finagle
That's
their
not
way.
ballroom.
That-
That's not ballroom.
But I'm talking about me. Talking about me not having dance experience,
Yeah.
but I have ballroom experience and know how to adjust to anything.
She has the opposite of what somebody else has.
Yes.
But that's what I'm saying. That's not authentic ballroom. That's
But
So
the
that you wanna
show
see-
is not. The show is not
that's
authentic
showing
ballroom.
favoritism.
What you want to say?
No, she was just asking, how do people feel about that? A show about ballroom and people having dance experience but no ballroom experience, and people with ballroom experience and no dance experience. That's it.
It's
How
the
is
same
that?
thing.
Because they felt some type of way towards me, but I'm like, if you had ballroom experience, you would have probably
Who
did
felt
things.
some type of way?
But that's why I have to get
In
Jack
other
in
houses.
here. But
A lot of the kids in other houses.
But
More
see,
exclusive,
they-
baby. More exclusive.
but it's not authentic ballroom. From top to bottom, it's not authentic
It's
ballroom.
not.
So that's why I have to get Jack in here, because I got to get Jack in here so we can get some things straight. Because if we can't get it right on Legendary, then we're going to go to another show. I'm going to start another show, and it's going to be
But he
legally.
didn't have. Everybody had to audition.
Mhm.
HBO chose the team.
Yeah, they writing the check.
We didn't have. One thing I can say about Balenciaga, kudos to Harold. Harold picked this team from every single person, and they loved it. So Harold picked it, and it was like, go.
Shannon,
Yes.
you want to come back tomorrow?
To do what?
Because you got a lot to say, girl. We was gone. and
No,
you
we
made
can
me
come back
stay.
later.
We made me stop.
Yeah, go ahead, Donna.
Yeah, and now I'm finna be late. I ain't gonna be able to play my commercials. We finna miss out on our
Play your
money.
commercial.
Oh no, we
Oh,
done
play your
missed it because
commercial.
no, we can't play
Make your
because
money,
Shannon
honey.
to talk while
Make your money. You
I'm
know
gonna
you like
play
to
this
milk a cow when
song.
there's no
I can do
milk.
a
and then we,
If you would like to see the House of Balenciaga, call us at 1-800.
Oh, there she go. Here she go. There she go. There she go.
The next song that we're gonna play is
legendary.
Legendary.
We're gonna continue to play legendary. You
On
ready?
Balenciaga Radio.
I cannot. I cannot.
Can I
I
see
cannot.
Shannon? Balenciaga? Shannon. Balenciaga. Bring it to the runway.
You want me to do what I did last night? Tight.
We ain't playing these commercials. Shannon gonna give us some money.
I'm gonna be like Kathy Hughes. I'm owning this radio station.
Okay, that's right. You better.
Thank y'all.
Y'all
Great
think y'all
job.
hanging out. And Jason, your mama went live. I don't know which one is this song. He pressured me. He said, "Mom, you better go live."
Now you're gonna have to tell Michael Q not to hit me on this song.
Oh no.
All right, beautiful people.
Y'all did a great job.
We probably the only station in the country playing the song. You better not.
Y'all, see the show with you all today was totally different from all the other shows with the houses.
Why?
Why?
Because y'all brought out other elements. Like you talked about, like they talk about stuff that happened. Like they said that we taped like 7 days and then they took the first episode and they switched it to the, played the second episode first and all that. But you know, no, yeah. Y'all
Because
came
they
at the
didn't.
right time because that you doing what you did, like bitch, they was trying to do like, no bitch, we gotta win. We not finna go home. You just
Because they don't, unfortunately, none of them have any background in filming and production and stuff. So they don't know how it's supposed to be, and they don't know how to be a character for TV. Because I can turn it on, turn it off.
and see it was the checks. I know Jack and them was like, hey,
Y'all still live?
checks.
Okay,
I don't want y'all to say nothing.
Oh,
you know.
oh,
No, that's that.
I'll
But
never
yeah,
say
the
nothing
check,
either.
honey, when you talk about
Well, all right,
HBO
we'll see
Max,
later.
honey, they writing that check, honey, but girl, but now this the second season, so now going into the third season, if people, I don't think people just not going to do the show. People say, listen, now we gave
they're not
y'all
gonna
two
pass it
seasons.
up.
When I say they will pay pennies, and if somebody will go out there and do it.
You say,
It just
Yeah,
won't
somebody
be
do it.
right.
It just
we
won't
gave
be
y'all
yeah.
two
It won't be
seasons,
right.
honey, but now we
And
want
it'll be
y'all to get
canceled.
the essence of Ballroom. We want y'all to come on with it. Y'all need to come on now. Show us some love. We got to get some real, you got to be, put some more elements
And that's
in.
why I went on the show, because we can all sit around and talk about it, but nobody wanted to step up to the plate to be about it. And I wanted to bring what I saw in the beautification of Ballroom to the floor. So
Come on, let's get some photos.
It's been a good show so far, but I am so glad you came here because there was a lot of insight that the
Right.
other houses didn't share. Maybe they felt a little fear to share, or just
Yeah, that's what it is.
Mhm.
But like I said, when you know who you are and where you are, it's not gonna matter regardless.
And that's how you say it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
If you
and
say it
I-
respectfully, isn't that
that's
what the
the key.
kids
They
say?
can't
Is
do
that how y'all
that.
say it now? If you say it
because
respectfully.
I give everybody props and respect, I'm happy that they are putting these kids on a platform, because it's our job now to take that platform and run with it so we can build wealth for ourselves.
Mhm.
You better stay in. You better do it.
It's a what?
A video.
So it's very important that we make sure that we continue to do that, because if we don't, what's gonna happen?
Right.
They
I'm
can,
gonna take over. I'm gonna be Ballroom, baby.
Come on, take this picture.
All right, let me get it. Back to the picture. Photo. Here, Mr. George.
Y'all stay in front. Sign, please.
Y'all come on. Y'all heard
Oh,
right?
baby, there's that new girls group right here.
Baby,
Baby, they back
yeah.
together. Y'all wasn't ready. Ladies and
I'm
gentlemen,
hungry.
in vogue, honey. Yes. Oh, that's pretty. Wow.
No, this is
Minus Dawn.
Ooh.
three.
Cindy.
One more. Y'all give me another pose.
Legendary.
Oh, that's beautiful. That's beautiful. Thank y'all.
Come on, George. Let me get you.
Please and may I please and thank you.
Maybe.
Bye, hyenas. I love y'all. God bless y'all. And I'll talk to you all later.
He's feeling good.